What's going on, people? I am back. It is a Saturday. It's the first Saturday in a long time that your boy has pulled up. How y'all doing? How y'all living, everybody? It's that dude named Dave. We just pressed on go live, guys. We are just getting started, so y'all can bear with me just for a second here as we getting started. Before we get started here, guys, I need you guys to press on the like button, guys. I don't know if you guys realize that. It doesn't matter how long you're on YouTube, we still need the like button. If you like the video, you press the like button. Hell, I even take a dislike button. You know what I mean? So we need the likes, we need the algorithm. So go ahead and support your boy, okay? As we get in the building here. Oh, man. We're about to get started here. You know, I don't know who's going to show up this Saturday. It's a dreary day out here in Chicagoland, guys. It has been raining all morning. I woke up to thunderstorms and whatnot. I'm like, oh, man, it's one of those days. Like, literally, I didn't want to cam up. When you see the weather looking so dreary and it's cloudy and it's raining, I went and got my Dunkin'. I got my coffee and whatnot, you know, and I was like, man, I really don't. But you know what, though? We're going to pull up. It don't matter if we have one person here, 10 people here. It don't matter if only 200 people watch, it's 1,000 watch. Nobody's going to pull up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad to see everybody here on this Saturday. You know, we are close to the end of the year, guys. Today's the 16th. We got 2 weeks left of 2023. We about to get into 2024, guys. Y'all ready for it? We say it's every year, don't we? Are y'all ready for the new year? Are we ready to get it? You know what we got going on. Everybody, you know one's ready or you're always ready. It don't matter, right? It's happening. But 2023 is over, baby. It's over. It's out of here. So I hope y'all ready to closing out. You know, if y'all did y'all Christmas gift shopping, you know, y'all getting ready for New Year's. I don't know if the weather sucks where y'all at. You know, we in Chicagoland. It's always going to suck this time of year. It don't matter, right? They're saying winter technically starts December 21st, but the way that our ecosystem works here, it started back on December 1st, 2 weeks ago. You know, but let me see who's in the building first. We're going to kick it because y'all see the title and the thumbnail here. This is the Saturday pull-up. We're going to kick back and cool it. You know what I'm saying? We got videos, subscriber submission too as well. If y'all send me videos, we might be reacting to it. Some of y'all send me some long-ass videos, guys. Guys, I appreciate submissions. I just want to let y'all know right now, we're going to do some of these videos today and tomorrow for the weekend. Subscriber weekend submission. But guys, if they're like 30 minutes, no, come on. That's too long. That's too long. I don't need 30-minute videos. 10 to 15, baby. 10 to 15. But I love y'all. Don't take it the wrong way. I appreciate y'all. Let me see who's in the building here, guys. Let's see who's here first and let's get cooking here. Shout out to MOP. Hey, how's everybody doing? Can't wait, can't wait. You sound like Diddy right now. Can't wait. Take that. Yeah. What's going on, EJ? Salute to Eric Jordan in the building. What's going on with you, brother? Got all your emails. All of them. I mean, at one point, EJ, I don't know if there's a delay on my end, but it seemed like my notification kept going ding, ding, ding. I was like, damn, Eric. Thought you was my woman the way you was emailing me. Got the same last name. I was like, yo, what's going on? I'm just playing with you, EJ. No, real talk. I appreciate you, man. You were ready when I said, hey, email these links here. And Eric's like, I got you, Dave. Here, check this one out. Man, I bet you EJ was geeked over there. It's like, yo, we gonna cook on this one. Yeah. Oh, who else we got here? What's going on, Thomas? Thomas in the building. We got Jay in the building. I see you, Jay. Hey, we got Gabe in the building. What's poppin', Gabe? My man Pinball. What's poppin' with you, Pinball? Hope you're doing well out there, man. Hope you're feeling better, brother, day by day. Grinding. I mean, when I say grinding, trying to get back to health, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We got Pooh Man in the building. I see you, Pooh Man. Yeah, Terrence just got notification. All right, they're starting to go out here. All right. I gotta reboost my algorithm because, you know, sometimes notifications don't go out. Let's see here. Who else we got in the building? Pinball said, Dave, Tampa AIC, got you on the wide screen of my Fruit Loops. Hey, you know what? Pinball, me and you on the same wavelength. I didn't have Fruit Loops today, but your boy was smashing some Fruit Loops yesterday. Pause. I had to say it like that. It's like, Dave, you smashing Fruit Loops? No, you know what I'm saying? But man, you know, I'm not a big cereal person. I only eat like a little certain cereals. Man, I was on my Fruit Loops for real yesterday, man. I know how it is. You get your little bowl of milk and a big old bowl, just dump the Fruit Loops in there. Be like, Dave, you a stupid mofo. Gotcha, pinball. Gotcha. What's we got in the building? Thomas, it's 50 degrees where you at? Okay, that's not bad, man. It ain't 50 here. I mean, here's the thing. I'm glad it ain't super cold today because the way the rain's coming down, you know how Chicago is, guys. If it's just a little bit colder, we have a snowstorm today. So shout out to that, man. Yeah, Jay, smash the like button. Appreciate that. We getting started here. Smash that like button. Salute to the AIC. Yeah, Terrence, I like that. Yeah, who else we got here in the building? Yeah, you cracking up, EJ. You know you were doing that. You was in the emails like, yo, this is a good one. It's all good, brother. It's all good. Yeah. There's some NFL games today, too. Yeah, we're getting to that close to the end of the year where they start adding to the Saturday slate. What are we? We were like week 13 or 14 now? No, I got that back wrong. What are we? Because there's 18 weeks now. It would be 17 weeks. You had 16 games plus the bye week. Now we're like at 18-week season. So what are we like now at week 14 now? So we got to incorporate the Saturday schedule. I can't win against the NFL. I don't care, though. Because like I said, though, I'm off the narcotic. I don't watch sports like that. I do watch it, but it ain't like that serious no more to me. Yeah. What else we got? Pinball says 65 in Tampa. That's what's up, man. Rain all day. It's like it's raining everywhere, baby. It's raining everywhere. What's going on, Terrence? Terrence in the building with the $2 holla. Guys, first thing first here. I love it when you turn the chat colors. We're just getting started. I'm an independent content creator. Got to show love to where we got. These lives don't pay for itself, guys. Hey, when I turn the lives on, you know what I'm saying? We got the electricity. We got all the stuff going on, the internet, but my time is valuable. So when Terrence goes through and drop the $2 holla, it is mad appreciated, saying pass the plate and get to the chopper. My man, Terrence in the building. Hey, brother Terrence. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's the first holla today, guys. And here's the thing, guys. If all you got is the $2 holla to pass the plates around in the church of TD&D, that's much appreciated. If you ain't got no loot because you've been Christmas shopping, you gotta press the like button. Come on, guys. Support your brother here. Your brother in arms, man. We get back into this here. So thank you, Terrence. Thank you. Let me get you over here, too, as well. Since we got that, let's do that there. Yeah, let's see here. We getting started here, guys. We just hit go live about 10 minutes ago. We just getting started here, guys. Pinball says, Dave, I'm eating like Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies. Bug mixing, bowl cereal. Yep, big greedy mug. Yeah, you got the big spoon though, Pinball? Hey, Pinball. It only works if you got to have the big handle, the big spoon. So you got to get a big scoop. Not the small little spoon, brother. You need the big spoon. You're like, arf. Arf. Some good ass cereal. Dave, stupid as hell. Appreciate you, Pitfall. Yeah. And right behind him, we got my man Jay Gray in the building. What's poppin', Jay? He is well keeping the chat blue with the $2 holla, saying, pass the plate. My man Jay in the building. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, pass these plates, baby. And if you can't do it now, you can do it later. Here's what I'm telling you too as well. We like super chat, super thanks, super stickers. You see the $sign and it highlights and it glows here. You click on it and that's how you donate. If you don't want to participate in the super, but you want to give me a bigger percentage, you can do the Cash App scrolling down below there, guys. The Cash App is always available, guys, 24/7. And let y'all know too, some people have been doing this, but I just want to give y'all this notion. You guys don't have to just give during the live session. Y'all can give whenever y'all give. Y'all part of the replay gang. Y'all can drop it there and I'll respond back to you. Or, whatever the case may be, just an off moment, you just want to show your love, you can go do that because I respond to all Cash Apps as well as supers. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, Jay. Let's do this here. Let's get that. All right, Terrence, salute to you, brother. Salute. Yeah, what's going on, brother? What's going on, Richardson? Salute. Lorenzo's in the building. Salute to you. It's going to be 80 in LA. Hold on. Let me do this here. Got to cut the music here. Thank you for my music. Lorenzo, why you my man 50 grand, Lorenzo, but why you rubbing it in about 80 in LA? In December 16th here, talking about Dave. It's Super Dave. It's going to be 80 degrees here in Los Angeles. I don't want to hear that, Lorenzo. You want to make me upset here, Lorenzo. You're going to tell me it's 80 right now on December 16th when it's raining and it's ugly and it's dreary outside where I'm out here in Chicago. Thought you was my boy, Lorenzo. You're going, Dave, it's 80. Man, I don't want to hear about no 80 right now. It ain't 80 where I'm at. I'm hating right now on you, Lorenzo. Come on, you want to be my guy. You should say, what else about Dave? It's a nice day in LA. Then you're going to say, it's 80. Man, come on, brother. Come on. I'm just messing with you, Lorenzo. Just messing with you. MOP says, hey, yo, Dave, I saw Sloppy Seconds. That ish was scandalous like a mother effer. Moist Whacking should be in the sequel. Hey, MOP. That is not what, that is like 80 minutes of your life that you can't get back. And I'm glad I took your life away from you. Guys, if y'all wondering, a live stream about a couple weeks ago, I talked about a Tubi movie. It's on Tubi called Sloppy Seconds. I haven't made shorts about it, okay? If y'all go on my channel for some shorts, I talk about it, right? It has got to be one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life, you know? Oh my God. That was horrible. Oh my God. But hey, shout out to black movies. Shout out to black content creators. Oh my God. That was, oh man. Man, I don't know how I watched that, man. And I couldn't turn away. I mean, it was so bad. I couldn't turn away, brother MOP. I was like, damn, I need to turn it off. But then I was like, I need to know what happened next. Then the daddy, and then the daddy, and then the daddy, then the mama, then the sister, then the best friend, then Rico. Hey, man, MOP, you can't get it back, brother. You can't get it back. Jay's like, I just bought a PS5. I got 2 to spare. For real? 2 to spare? What the hell? Now I got the big wooden spoon on standby. That's what we talking about, pinball on standby. Thomas says, do you like ice cube on fry with the big ass bowl and there's no milk? No, I don't do that. Hey man, the first thing I do, Thomas, I make sure that there's some milk in the fridge. Because here's the problem. I don't buy milk. I don't drink milk like that. It's not good for me, technically, right? So when I do have cereal, that's every blue moon. That's like a guilty sin. So no, we got people here in the house that buy the cereal and stuff like that and buy the milk. So if there's no milk here, there's a big old box of Fruity Loops, I'm gonna be there dry. I don't put no water in there. No, I just look and say, oh damn, no milk. That means no cereal. Right, Jay? You better put some water on that damn. No, I'm too grown. I didn't live. Guys, I didn't live a hard life. I mean, we worked hard growing up. Like my dad was a hustler and a grinder, but we didn't, like he was hustling and grinding so we can be middle class and almost upper middle class, right? So I saw the grind of where we were at, right? But it wasn't to the point like put some water in it. I was like, no, daddy, we'll just go wait to buy some milk later. Nah, Dad, I'm not doing that. I just won't eat. I'll make me a cheese toast sandwich, not a grilled cheese. I'll make me a cheese toast sandwich. I'll be straight. Yeah. What's going on, Roderick? Roderick in the building. You in South Africa? Oh, snap. Wait. My man from Bermuda is rocking in the South. Hey, man, you on vacation? You on work? Brother, let me know. How's it down there? Be safe, and I hope you're having a good time. My man Roger's in South Africa, man. He's in the motherland right now, man. You know me in Bermuda. You know what I'm saying? But he over there in the motherland. That's what's up, brother. You check me. That's what I'm talking about here. People rock me. They go on vacation or they on work. And it's like, yo, man, I'm over here checking you out. That's what's up. We worldwide, baby. We everywhere. Shout out to you, too. You timed them out for 80 minutes. Oh, Lorenzo? Hope you didn't type Lorenzo out for 80 minutes. Hold on. You can't time Lorenzo out. Doesn't Lorenzo got a wrench? Hold on. I got to make sure Lorenzo got a wrench. You got a wrench, Lorenzo? Where you at? Hold on. Just got to make sure. I've been getting some wrenches out lately. I can't see you on here. What's going on? I got to double check that here. Where you at, Lorenzo? Weird. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you do got a wrench. I still been checking it. I was like, I thought I gave Lorenzo a wrench a long time ago. Yeah, you just joke. Thomas is joking. I got it. Dave, you got other people talking about that movie. I know, man. I started something like Michael Jackson. Gonna be starting something. Gonna be starting something. Gonna be starting something. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hood movie. It's horrible. Yeah, yeah. Spookies and Ray Rays beating on girls, yeah. yeah. My bad. I got a little into it for a second. I watched that movie. Man, see, I've taken y'all lives away. That's 80 minutes you can't get back, EJ. You can't get that back. I've never had water in my cereal. That's what's up, man. Never, ever either as well, man. That ain't happening. Who's this texting me? Oh, okay. Now you can wait. We're doing a live stream right now. I ain't talking to you. Holiday at the family. That's what's up, brother. You got family in Africa. Salute to you, brother. I hope you and the family are gonna enjoy this. Enjoy the time you're out there right now. That is dope, man. Enjoy it, man. Because one thing I've learned lately, guys, with everything I got going on right now in life, guys, man, it's nice to have material possessions, but at the end of the day, all you got is your family, your friends, and your memories. And the loved ones who might be involved there, guys. Just want to keep it a buck here. As we get to the end of the year, it's Christmas time, it's New Year's, but, people who are doing well in life, maybe you're not doing well in life. The one thing I've learned this last month or so, guys, that at the end of the day, I've always known this, but it really hit hard. You can't take that issue with you when it's over. At the end of the day, it's just going to be you, your family, and your friends, and then to whatever your belief system is, your maker, or maybe not your maker, you think you're just going to go back to the ashes and dust. That's how we started off here, guys. But remember, when we get to that point here, it's about those important items here. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, Roderick, man. Spend time with the family. Because remember, when it comes to us checking out, those last moments, what do we got? Your people, your loved ones, friends, your boys, maybe your wife, your girlfriend, baby mama, kids, you know what I'm saying? Your peoples. And then you start reflecting on how you lived your life and your memories. But after that, you can't take that issue with you, man. Salute to you, Roderick. Salute to you. Says, I had a good old original P&J yesterday. Oh, let us know. Thanks for sharing us that, Pooh, man. Thanks for sharing us. Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, I got you. Dave, have you talked about the City Girl Mary yet? I have. I did a live stream on a couple weeks ago. I'm going to be picking up back on it again, man. Don't worry. There's some more news that's coming up here. I'll be back on it. Another impression. You got that right. I might watch that hot mess. You can't get your 80 minutes back, brother. That's all I'm going to say. You can't get your 80 minutes back. Okay, guys, let's get started here, guys. Appreciate everybody. Like I said, the Cash App down the bottom here. Let me just make sure I got some things set up here on my end here. Just want to make sure. All right. I keep getting all this stuff here, these emails. We got a couple of videos we're going to hit, guys. And shout out to everybody who sent me videos. I appreciate y'all, man, because we're going to go over them today. Thomas says, Jonathan Majors might get off of evidence they got on how she's the aggressor and she's been lying. Yeah, Thomas. Dude, did y'all see the video that TMZ released about 4 days ago? Do y'all still the favor? If you haven't already, I might do a video on it. You got to go to TMZ, and they release more video. Man, Jonathan Majors looked like Emmitt Smith the way he was running away from that girl. He was running for his life. Guys, I'm telling you, when you see him get out the car, the dude is running for like 2 blocks, and she's chasing him. At least a block and a half. Right? He's like, hey, yo, come on, stop back. And then he's running and then gets to the street and she's coming after him. Like, how are you the victim, white woman, when you're chasing this black man for a block and a half? Guys, if you don't believe me, go to TMZ. He ran from her for a block and a half. At least that. He was running. There was a good 20 feet gap that he's trying to keep from her. He was like, yo, stay away. And then he kept, as soon as she got even close from that 20-foot gap, he kept running more. He knew what was up here, guys. So it's just, the state of New York is on the bull. Like, why are you not even trying to attempt to prosecute her when she was antagonizing and also making more due of the violence to pursue here? She was pursuing Jonathan Majors. He didn't go and whoop him. No, she was running after him. And the video's like 2 minutes long of the part I watched before I stopped it of him just run away from her. It wasn't like you saw him running to stop. It was continuous running. So if you're the victim, then why are you going after the aggressor? Unless you're the aggressor and Jonathan Majors is the victim. Man, the state DA over in New York should be ashamed of them damn selves here. We're not going to prosecute her, but we're still going to go after him. And the thing is, they have this evidence, guys. They already have this evidence. They've had these videos. They got the driver testimony. They had all this stuff before we're even talking about it. So it just shows you how shoddy this is going to be here. There must be some other things they may got behind the scenes here. But if I'm on the jury and I see that video, there's nothing else you can tell me. There is nothing else you can tell me. If that man is running that long, I'm sorry. She's trying to use her white privilege. Facts, man. What's going on, Chi-Town? Yeah, man. It has those, symbolisms of that. You know what I mean? It's like, man, a white woman says something and everybody got to go and say, oh my God, we got to protect these white tears. Man, come on. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. What's going on, Anthony? Make it do what it do, baby. I'm here on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So we here kicking it. Let me take this off the screen here. You guys know I had the ticker on, but if you guys want to do the Cash App, it's in the description box below. And if you guys ever wondering here, the Cash App is always in my description box for every single video. Whether it's live streams, whether it's regular videos, you will see the Cash App there. So you guys say, hey, Dave, where's that? It's in every single description box below. So shout out to everybody here. Let me do this here. Let's see. Some more people are texting me like crazy today. It's all good, though. People want to talk to me today, I guess. It's a jury Saturday. It's like, yo, Dave, what's going on? I'm busy. Real fast, guys, before we get started here, I got to get this off my chest. Can y'all just hear me for about 5 minutes or so before I get to the first video? Before I get to the first video, just hearing me just for a few moments. You guys know I'm a diehard boxing fan. When my first live stream back this week, me and Rod went at about like an hour and a half or so. We were just talking, kicking back about Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney, right? I just want to say this right now on a Saturday. There's other boxing channels talking about it. I'm not a boxing channel, but I'm a boxing fan. And I know that I've probably been to more of my share of fights and paid for more pay-per-views than the average person. I'm really into the sport, as you guys know. Y'all see the artifact, you see the pictures, you see how to get down here, right? I got to say this here. It's not just about boxing. It's about black people. More importantly, it's about black men. This Devin Haney situation with Tank Davis is showcasing how goddamn stupid, ignorant, and how we are some of the worst money managing or understanding business finances in the goddamn communities. I'm going to say this here. Devin Haney's capping and the situation between Devin Haney and Tank Davis in a fight that could happen, that could not happen, from a guy like me on the outside, and I'm saying outside, but we watch this and we see the debates. I swear other communities is watching us saying we are hold on. No, I don't want to do that. I caught myself, mama. I caught myself. Censor button. We are the most dumbest people in the game here. I swear, white people look at us saying, look at these niggas. Look how stupid they are. They have no idea how businesses run. I'm telling y'all that, and I don't care who I offend here if you're a Devin Haney fan, right? Because what we got going on here is not the sport. It's about some straight up. That's what we got going on here. Straight up bull. Right? And if you're a fan of him, I'm telling y'all, if y'all talking the talking points I've been seeing here, you literally make less than $40,000 a year, or you're in jail, your baby mama takes care of you. Because let's take it like I always been saying here. Boxing is a business first, business second, then the sport third. Now, when we talk about boxing, it's a business, but I like to call this a going out of business sale. A going out of business sale. Everybody's trying to get as much sales, as much thing you try to pump it up before the fight's over. Come on, buy this fight before it ends, right? But let me give y'all some tidbits here. When we talk about the business, it's a partnership, or maybe it's like a one-time partnership unless you get a rematch, like a two-time partnership. It's a short-term partnership. But if you have one guy, it's not me being a fan of Tank Davis. It's about pure business. If one man, what's going on, Arthur? If one man on one side of the street says, hey, I'm generating the money. I'm making $100 million fights. I'm generating the biggest gates. It doesn't matter what city I go to, I sell out and doing a minimum of $5 million gates. I go to LA Staples Center. I do 19,000, I'm gonna do a $5 million gate. I go to DC, that's West Coast. I go to the East Coast, I'm gonna be in DC, I'll be in Virginia, I'll be in Maryland, I'll be in Brooklyn, and I'm doing over $5 million gates. I go to Vegas, and I do one of the top 5 gates in boxing history. I'm the only one outside of Canelo Alvarez that's doing $1 million gates. $1 million pay-per-views. I'm saying like 1.2 to 1.4 million pay-per-view buys, right? If you generate yourself as the cash cow, as the money man, you can't dictate to him. What can happen is when you do get into the boardroom, when you guys sit down, you can negotiate. But when you're negotiating and you don't have leverage, you can't dictate what you want in certain things here. You're going to try to negotiate, but if you really want something and you don't have the leverage, you got to take what they're giving to you. Otherwise, it is what it is. You need to walk away and take less money. So when we see all these people talking about, well, Devin Haney deserves this because he's got legacy and he does accolades, that is not quantitative to dollars. Let me do this here. Legacy is not quantitative to dollars. Business does not quantize the fact that, oh, he did this at an age here. Just because you did something at 24 years old does not quantify that for a dollar amount. When it comes to business, we talk about tangible results that result in what makes money and what doesn't make money. So just because you're a fan of the man doesn't mean that he has rights. If you want to fight with the money person, the cash cow, you got to listen to their side and what they're offering, and then maybe you get asked for some compromises. But no one goes to Canelo Alvarez. They try, but you see how Canelo just goes ahead and craps on y'all? When Terrence Crawford said, oh, I could do a catchweight of Canelo Alvarez, maybe at 164, something like that. No, Canelo said, hell no. I'd fight at 168. You want this work, you come to me. And even then, I'm not even thinking about you right now. You see, you can't dictate to the person who brings money. You can't dictate terms the one who brings the money to the table, not just the fans, the sponsorships, and everything in between. So when you guys say about legacy, F legacy. Legacy means nothing. It's about business. When I sit down and do a deal with anybody here, I don't look at what you did at a certain age here. I look at what the work was done and then how did that generate some money, or the work that you've done that generated less money, or if there was losses involved here, whatever the case may be, what is qualified for business results? Not this, he's undisputed. He's undisputed at 135. Okay, and does that make any money? Do people buy things because you're undisputed? Hell no. You guys know that Buster Douglas had a bigger undisputed fight against Mike Tyson. No one's talking about Buster Douglas in the goddamn Hall of Fame. Mike Tyson is still beloved throughout this day here. After all these years, and no one says Buster Douglas should be in the Hall of Fame. No. Jermaine Taylor beat the Hall of Famer Bernard Hopkins twice. Undisputed. He was the first, I believe, in the 4-belt era after Bernard Hopkins. As far as like after Bernard Hopkins got all the 4 belts and then went to Jermaine Taylor, Jermaine Taylor beat him in a rematch. And on top of that too, Jermaine Taylor also competed in 2 weight classes here. You don't see Jermaine Taylor in the goddamn Hall of Fame. So just because that Devin Haney's undisputed does not make him an automatic Hall of Famer, and does not give him the cachet to dictate money terms. It helps, it can help sell the fight, but it's not something that says, hey, this is worth money here. No, it's worth money. Okay, how many people buy your fights? What are the ticket sales? What happens when the tickets sell out and it goes in the secondary resale market and people buy those tickets? What about the gate? What about the sponsorships, the pay-per-view buys, the price the pay-per-view buys, the people who are traveling all across the country to see you? If we do a fight in Vegas, who's coming to Vegas? If we do a fight in DC, who's traveling to DC? If we do a fight in Brooklyn, who's traveling to Brooklyn? These are things that can be qualified. So I just want to get this off my chest here, because I see a lot of folks saying, oh, Devin Haney deserves this, or Devin Haney saying that the fight at 140, nothing at all. You can't dictate nothing. All you're saying is when you do crap like that is you don't want the fight. We're wanted at 140, no rehydration clause. It is what it is. Let the men be men. You ain't got nothing to stand on. This is the equivalent, guys, of when Floyd Mayweather in his prime trying to tell him what to do. The only time that Floyd Mayweather caved to any fighters was to who? Oscar De La Hoya, when Oscar was the bigger man. Oscar says he was fighting 154. I'm sorry, Floyd, you went 147, you got to come 154. And what did Floyd do? He went to 154. Oscar was the man. Floyd was the B side. And after he beat the man to become the A side, that changed here. But when Floyd was the B side, you didn't hear Floyd complain. You didn't hear Floyd talk any mess. He took what was offered to him and he capitalized on his opportunity. And now he's no longer pretty boy Floyd. He is Money Mayweather. Hey, Drew, we can drop a link, brother. Nah. We can drop a link, brother. One thing about this, Drew, we're going to talk business. We're not going to talk boxing. Remember that, brother, when we had that conversation, you my man, 50 grand. Boxing is a business first, business second, sport third. You're talking to a man here. I don't got to tell my accolades here, but we're talking to a man who deals in billions of dollars at my job. Billions. I deal in world money. I deal in billions and trillions, depending on the month. On a slow day and a half hour, I see hundreds of millions of dollars that me and my team is responsible for. I don't talk the sport. I'm talking contracts. I'm talking the business. I'm talking about worth. I'm talking about generation of sales. I'm talking about the whole overview of a short-term business deal. We're talking business, not the sport, not accolades. That's what we want to talk about here. If we're going to do that, you know what I mean? You're on the place like, okay, we have another talk another time, Drew. We have another talk another time. But what I'm talking about here, brother, is the fact that when someone's the clear B side, I do not care about certain aspects about, he's an undisputed champion. I mean, it's nice to have. Undisputed, you know, you talk about your undefeated, things you look at saying, this is things we can use to sell the fight to the casuals. But we're going to sit down and say 140 or nothing else. Who the hell are you? And also, let's just add this point here, brother. And we talked about this. Anytime that you negotiate, what's going on, Jeff? Anytime that you negotiate major items in the media, you're saying you don't want the fight. When people are shutting the F up, you know something's happening here. When people talk the most, there is no fight. And that has been the history of fighting. When people shut up, we know good things are happening. When people chirp the loudest, there's nothing happening. And I want to say before I move on, if this fight doesn't happen in 2024, it will never happen. Hey, Drew, I can tell you why I ain't taking that deal. I can tell you why I'm not taking 20 million plus a back end. I can tell you why. 20 million, I'm gonna read it out loud here. 20 million plus back end was the latest offer. There was no excuse for Tank to decline that offer. Here's the problem though, Drew. Is Devin Haney available to even take that offer? I don't care what offer he makes. Devin Haney ain't been available. Is he supposed to fight Sandor Martin? Didn't Sandor Martin took step aside money before the Regis fight? There's some things that's going on here to say, well, he took 20 million plus step aside money. Here's the thing here, Drew. What is Amazon Prime offering? We got to ask that too, brother. They just signed a new deal with Amazon Prime here. So I'm supposed to take the offer that they're giving me here. See, when it comes to offers, I'm just not going to talk to the media so everybody can say, see, 20 million, he didn't take it here. We don't know what Amazon Prime has right now, their new deal, so we're ignorant. We are ignorant on the Amazon Prime deal. We know it's a big deal, but we don't know the numbers they're giving Tank. Number two, Tank proven that he doesn't like taking huge upfront cost because there's terminology in those contracts when you take that high of a guarantee that can be worded sometimes as a bonus where that you're not able to get most of your back end money even after you're recouped. There is certain terminology that we really can go through with that here. But the thing is that we're ignorant. We got to remember that here. We're hearing one side throwing 20 million, but have we heard what the Amazon Prime deal is? If we don't know, we just can't say, oh, it doesn't make any sense. He got to take it. No. When you throw a number like that to the public, you're trying to get crowd consumption behind you. What's going on, Stormy? You're trying to get public appeal to you. So when I hear 20 million in back end, he don't want it. I hear he don't want it. Because why are you talking to the media like that? You're putting it out there. When people shut the F up, that's when deals get made. I'm going to tell you No, he hasn't, brother. He hasn't been available. You know why? He hasn't been available. You know why he hasn't been available? because he was an ESPN fighter for 3 fights. He was an ESPN top-ranked fighter for 3 fights. When he signed the deal when he signed that deal at top of 2022, when he fought first Kambosos, I have been saying this before I was a YouTuber. As long as this deal's intact here, he is a top-ranked fighter. Here we got to understand here. If he signed a 3-fight deal, the first fight was with Kambosos. He got undisputed. And I was like, that fight was in April, so he wasn't available in April. What happened after that? He said that I can fight Tank after this fight here. He couldn't. You know why? Because Kambosos was never going to take step-aside money. It's the reason why he negotiated in the rematch clause that the fight would happen in Australia, and it would be next. He was never taking step-aside money. So he wasn't available on October 15th when all of us were together at the Wilder fight. So that's fight number 2. He wasn't available. So if he wasn't available then the third fight will say, well, after that fight in October, there was the time frame from October to May. They say he could have fought him then. Wrong, because Bob Arum had him under contract with Lomachenko. That was happening. We know the history dictated. Let me add this too here, because I've done contracts. If ESPN puts your name on a contract, they're not going to be splitting duties with you. This is an exclusive deal. If you want to sign a contract with ESPN for that short term of a deal, brother, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to fulfill that contract. If you go in the middle of that deal and try to break it or try to do something else here, ESPN is going to sue you to get the money back that's been invested and then force you to fulfill that contract. You think that ESPN is going to sign a fighter with Top Rank in conjunction? ESPN is the platform, Top Rank's the promoter, then Devin Haney is the fighter. So when we have that going on here, ESPN signed that 3-fight deal with them. ESPN is expecting Devin Haney, Bill Haney, and Bob Arum to fulfill that deal. I am not going to be the distributor and allow you to mix and match while I'm investing back-end proceeds to promote the fighter and the things that go wrong with Top Rank here. When he signed the deal, there's things that we don't talk about with ESPN in the background, how they're putting their money to push the fights, how they do it. Whether we talk about me in the IT background and we look at the ticker and then you're adding different graphics, you're adding things to the back-end components of the systems to say, hey, this is what we're going to do here. Here's our blueprint. Here's our mocks. Here's what we need to do to have this generate on the screens or the applications for ESPN Plus that we got to do here. We got to implement this fighter in here, and then we got to do certain duties and trials that goes on in the back end so that we can go ahead and integrate him to our systems here. That is something that no one's ever talked about that. No one talks about that. The back end. See, I'm a systems guy. I'm a systems guy when we talk about not just the front end where guys are talking in the fight, the back end, the thing that people don't see, the things that we talk about at 10 a.m. when you're trying to integrate systems into places. That costs money. You can't see it, but that costs money. You know how we know that costs money? Because when we do our individual timesheets and then we work on our projects. Hey, Dave, what project you work on this month here? I worked on these projects here. I put in 4 hours here. With my salary amount here, they quantitate that to a dollar amount that what they're paying me to go to that project. But I normally have like 3, 4, 5 projects here. That back end money projects that no one talks about behind the scenes, that costs money. So do you think that when ESPN is incorporating somebody or Top Rank that's incorporating somebody and you start spending money and have your other employees and other groups start working the systems, you're going to say, okay, after 1 or 2 fights, yeah, you can go to Showtime. You can go to Showtime. After we spent millions doing some things here, several $100,000 in mock projects, yeah, go ahead and go to ESPN, go to Showtime. No. You're going to fulfill this contract. After the contract's over, then you can do what you want to do here. But we don't talk about back-end components. That's what I do for a living. That's why I'm able to see billions of dollars in weeks, trillions in months, multiple hundreds of trillions since I've been in this career. I see world money. And so when I look at world money, boxing's only $1 million business. So when I look at the $1 million business and I'm looking at bigger scales of money and it says, some things math is not mathing. You know, I couldn't think this way when I was working for JP Morgan a decade ago when my biggest deals I was working on were 800,000, maybe 1.1 million type of stuff like that. That's a lot of money for the average person. But when you go from maybe you do one issue here at 800,000, another item at 1.1, one here at 900,000, then you go from every Tuesday, we're doing 200 million within 15 minutes. Every Monday, I'm doing 800 million. And during the week, we're doing billions, and then we're doing trillions. So then when you look at all this money here and you look at the boxing contracts, it's like, wait a minute, something ain't adding up here. Something ain't adding up. Because when you deal with pennies, it's easy to understand pennies when you're dealing with dollars. But if you only deal with pennies, you can't quantify the dollars. It's a lot different. You know what I mean? So we got to understand the fact that whenever somebody, business sense-wise, has the bargaining power and leverage, they're going to drive the show. They're going to drive the show. It's always been that. Not just in boxing, the history of business. The man who generates more money, or woman, the company, the entity, the corporation. Anytime that you go into a joint partnership, there's got to be negotiations, but it can't happen in public. And then what happens in private is the person who has the most leverage, the corporation, the property, the entity, they're going to drive the talks. Now, when people say, hey, you know what? No, though we're going to compromise because we want this to happen, then you know you got something properly. But when one side who doesn't have leverage is dictating the terms, if I'm the guy who got money, I ain't listening to you. You doing everything possible to say, I don't even want to fight you, or I don't even want to work with you. Now, here's another thing that could be happening that we're not privy to. They both could be behind the scenes here saying, you ain't making that kind of money. You got to drive the talk up so we can make some more money. That has happened, but it doesn't happen to fruition all the time, where two fighters say, yo, we want this fight here, but you know I got the money. You want this fight here, and you trying to talk ish to clout chase off me. You really want this fight here. You got to build yourself up. Where am I getting this from? There is a video 20 years ago. I will never forget this. It was right when Floyd Mayweather left Top Rank. Floyd was in a casino. Just know what casino it was. And Antonio Margarito stormed the interview. I don't know if anybody's ever saw this. It happened back in 2005. I'd never forget. And tell you the thing too, Margarito can't even speak English when he hanging out. Right? He had his people with him to translate. And Floyd kept it cool. I thought it was so tantamount. Floyd was like, hey, look here, brother. You know I'm doing this interview here and everything like that. But let's keep it a buck here, right? You a good fighter. You a damn good fighter. But you know what, though? You got to get some fights to get your weight up, brother. I have no problem fighting you, but get you some wins, and then we can do this here. But you a good name, but you ain't there yet. I want the fights here. And what happened after that interview? Well, we know after that interview, Bob Arum tried to offer Floyd $10 million to fight Margarito, but he already had a $10 million fight for, dang it, I forgot the guy who beat Zab Judah. I can't think of his name right now. Just drawing my name blank, but you guys know who I'm talking about here. He beat Zab Judah, Baldomir. He beat Carlos Baldomir, become the WBC champ. Well, basically not just the WBC, the welterweight champion, because Baldomir had multiple belts, but he didn't get the IBF belt because I forgot the reason that it wasn't on the line when he fought Zab Judah. So that's why they was able to run that Zab Judah fight, because Zab Judah still had another belt. There was a lot of politics involved in that, right? But the point I'm saying here is that told me, you get your shot. He shouldn't have said that. Here's the thing, though, with that one, though. What happened with Margarito? He lost to Paul Williams after that fight, too. He tried to build himself up, and then he got the Cotto. That's a lot of history, though, right? But he told him to build himself up. He lost to Paul Williams, right? The point, though, I'm saying here is there are times when fighters do talk and be like, hey, man, I want to get this money, too. But you know what, though? You ain't worth it right now because you ain't a big enough name. And that's the A side talking here. And so what I'm saying here is that throughout history, when we're talking about boxing, we're talking about business, the person who brings the most money, you can't tell him what to do. You want to negotiate on good terms, on good faith, so that you can get a few things. But when you're brash, when you're bold, and you're telling him what to do, no, I'm not going to listen to you anyway. Just like if I'm here on YouTube and I want to do a partnership with somebody here. I got 18,000 subscribers. Nah, Drew, I don't want you to get in trouble, brother. I mean, I'll drop the link, man, but I don't want you to get in trouble. You at work, brother. I'll drop it, brother, but I don't want you to get in trouble. I'll drop it, but I want you to get in trouble at work. You know what I'm saying? I don't, we peoples and everything, so I have no problem, doing that. Probably Amazon Prime's offering, but here's the thing here. whenever we got two individuals, two entities, one is clearly the driving force, and the other one, you got to have a partner to make things happen. So the partner has got to be compensated. I agree with that here, right? We got to make due diligence is what I'm saying here, because you need two to tango. You got to have a dance partner. So the dance partner does have to be, compensated in some form of fashion. But what I'm saying here is when one person is dictating to the other person, no, it doesn't work that way throughout history. No one told Floyd what to do after Floyd became the money man. Before he was the money man, before Oscar De La Hoya and De La Hoya fight, he had to be the B-side. No one told Manny what to do until Manny fought Floyd, right? Whenever there's an A side, there's a B side. There's someone who's more popular unless we got up-and-coming fighters and we have a 50-50 fight. But when we have a clear disparity here, we got to let the business dictate the business and get of our goddamn feelings. There is no fucking feelings in business. Sorry, mama, I cursed. There is no feelings in business. Soon as you interject feelings in business, you lost the negotiation. As soon as you start putting personal items in the negotiation, you lost, because I don't want to hear personal. I just want to hear brass facts. That's what I want to hear. Brass facts. I want to know where the numbers you got here that showcase the money that you make. That's all I care about. I don't care about your feelings saying, well, the people love me, but who gives a damn about what the people love? I want to know what the people spend. What do the people buy? What do the people use their hard-earned money? That is the driving factor. If it's not that, F your feelings. F your feelings. All right. I went a bit longer on that, guys. I went a bit longer on that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, though, before I move on. The fight has happened in 2024. And you know why it has happened in 2024? Because Devin is still growing. Devin's a big boy. Devin's last fight, he came in on the day after at 159.6. This fight at 165. His weight is clearly going in an upward projection here. So if this fight isn't, and he's only, 25 years old? So he is still filling out. So the reason why I'm saying here is that Tank, let's say if the fight did happen at 140, that's Tank's fourth weight class. He's not going to 140, so 154, unless it's some crazy obscure number that someone throws like a Floyd $100 million to fight somebody. If that's not happening, we're not going to have him fight at 147 or 154. Tank's where he's at here. Devin is still filling out here. So at the end of the day, if they can figure out the business, it has to happen in 2024, because Devin's going to be too big, because once he goes to 147, cancel Christmas. That fight will not happen if he goes to welterweight. That'll be a bridge too far, because he's already said he's not doing a catch weight, or he's not doing a rehydration clause. He's not following IBF rules if they want to do an IBF belt. So at the end of the day, when I talk, guys, I ain't talking fucking feelings. Sorry, Mom. I ain't talking boxing. I'm talking business. I'm talking the numbers. I'm talking what generates millions, what the sponsorships come through at, what going on behind the scenes that makes the final call, so that when people see the profit margins and then they're saying, hey, we're going to have a good Christmas and people are going to get their bonus checks. That's what I look at. Then the sport happens later. Terrence said, every time they apologize to mom, I think of the scene in Goodfellas when the wise guy swears around his mom but gets a heart attack. Yeah, I remember that one. That was funny. Yeah, let's get to the show, guys. I had to get that off my chest here, because people are arguing feelings. We're not arguing business. As soon as we get done as soon as we figure out the business, it's going to be a straight answer. There is no way that somebody who doesn't generate more money than me is going to dictate to me anything in a scenario where we're going to a partnership. I'm going to tell you that. There is never will be a scenario where I go into a partnership with somebody. In role reversal, if I'm smaller than somebody in a partnership here, I have no right to demand 50-50 unless I have some leverage and money that brings things to the table that says I deserve this here. Because even when I say I deserve, my deserve only matters what the numbers dictate. not feelings, business, the ticket price numbers, closed circuit numbers, sponsorship deals, back end components. See, and the reason why I'm being vague on back end, because not a lot of people do what I do here. So if I really want to get into that portion of the IT systems here, I will go over people's heads and people just tune out. But when we talk about the people who work in the back end and how that drives money or cost, that is a cost measure that people don't even understand how that's quantified, but I do because I deal with that on a daily basis. Some people don't even do, but people do their timesheets. They only do their regular timesheets. What you worked, and then boom, you turn it in. But what about individual projects? What about people you work with, and then you got to quantify what the project they working on? And then everything is split cost. We're talking about cost, goods, revenue, not who can hit the hardest, about the business, about the millions that's generated, not who got the best right hand. That'll be decided once they get in the ring. The business first on one side, Tank side, then the business on Devin's side. And even when that is done, guys, it's still not a fight until 10 p.m. Saturday night when both guys walk in the ring. If something happens before the ring walk comes in, there is no fight. And even when the business is right, sometimes there's no fight. It's got to be the business, not fucking feelings. Sorry, Mom. Not the feelings. Get out of our feelings and let's talk business here. Let's talk the money. If we can't go ahead and talk the money what's being generated, there's nothing to talk about. If we want to have just strict conversations on who you think is the better fighter and who will win the fight, that is one conversation. Remember that. If we want to talk about who is the better fighter, and who could win the fight, that is one conversation. If we want to talk about what the money drives and who's dictating what they should get paid, that's a second conversation. You cannot put the two together because when you do, all you got is one big ass word salad. Business, people, business. Not who hits the hardest. Not who got the best jab. Not the fact that we're talking about, oh, this guy's undisputed, or this guy's a 3-division champion. This guy's a 2-division champion. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about business, a joint partnership. What do I bring to the table and in the contract ramifications that say I deserve X amount of dollars? Or can I even talk? Can I say, I bring nothing to the table except for the fact that you are a dance partner. I'm the dance partner. What are we talking about here? F the sport. It's a business. That's why boxing will be where boxing's at, because we got a lot of cats who don't understand. We want to talk about the business, not the sport. We need to talk about the business. Stormy B says, man, that dude, I'm having a second breakfast. You're cooking so well. Thank you, Stormy B, man. Appreciate you. Thomas says, you have to separate business and personal. Thank you. That's the problem with boxing. Every single fight that I watch, when I am on YouTube channels and I see people drop links and call in, and I'm talking about you, Drew, I'm just saying in general, hypothetically, we have the fans. The fans always say, I want this, I want this. Do you know that this is the fighter's job? No one's going to tell me to do my job. I don't go to your job and tell you how to type this word here. I don't go to your job and tell you how to program that, to write that syntax, or correct that syntax error. Now I want to go to people's heads to talk about that.
You know?
Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I don't go to people's jobs in IT and tell them how to run database scripts or how to run that deployment or how to do an auto config. No, because you don't know how to do that ish. We got to get out of personal and understand the business. Once we understand the business, then we have separate conversations about the sport. We can't conflate the two because people don't understand the two completely. Most people make $30,000 a year trying to talk about $1 million deals here. I've been ninja watching on gangs of boxing channels, people who are unemployed, people who got out of jail, people making barely minimum wage here, people barely making the average of $40,000 a year and got the audacity to act like they're experts on $1 million contracts. Here's what I want to say about this here. If you have not, if you're, let's see, okay, hold on, okay. I see you, Drew.
Oh,
it's good or not?
Oh my God, I'm rushing. Hey, I don't mean bomb on Ukraine. I'm on the way to plantation.
Down, get your air. Get your breath.
How I live so close, but I'm always running late.
Hey man, get your air, brother. Hey brother, you're one of the most in shape brothers I know. Pause. Get your breath, brother. I don't need you to.
Now you know what happened? I got to my garage, and the goddamn elevator broke, so I have to run up 6 flights of steps.
Oh no!
After running to the goddamn garage, I was like, "What the hell?"
Oh no!
Crazy. So yeah, I got my workout on this morning.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you get your sweat on now. Yeah. You got your burn.
Yeah. It's kind of cool out here today. It's what is that? 41.
Hey man, it's raining. It's janky weather out here in Chicago right now. It's one of those days where I almost didn't want to live stream, man. I was like, I'm just gonna do it because I put it out here. But it's one of those days, man. It's janky weather all across, except for Lorenzo talking about it's 80 in California. I don't want to hear Lorenzo.
F you, Lorenzo. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said Lorenzo. don't want to hear Lorenzo talking about it's 80, Dave. Well, all of us talking about 30s and 40s and crappy weather and everything. We working and stuff.
No doubt. But real quick, I want to salute Tay Jones and the rest of the bomb squad. They landed safe there in Saudi right now.
Mm-hmm.
They chilling. Tay just put some video up. So proud of them brothers. I'm confident D will come back with the win.
That's right.
And
the Bronze Bomber. Salute to the Bronze Bomber. We got number love for that brother. People.
I'm shocking people what I'm about to say, but I'm rolling with. I want tough fight, but I want AJ to win. And this is no shade. No shade to Otto Violin because he's for real.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be it's not gonna be an easy fight. But I'm rolling with AJ for the bigger picture.
Yes, I'm the same way too.
If both of the brothers win, March 9th, we got them on a collision course, and this is 5 years in the making. So this needs to get done. So no shade to Otto Violin, but I gotta roll with AJ for the bigger picture.
But let me say this too, Drew, before you get your next point. I will to add to your point. If he beats Otto Violin, and the fight doesn't happen next, I don't see the fight ever happen at this point here. We're getting to that critical mass point here where are you to go now except for Tyson Fury fight. So if we don't have this fight happen within the next calendar 12 months after this fight, of health injuries, stuff like that can happen, right? So let's say we throw injury. If it doesn't happen, I don't see it happening because now we're at a critical point. It's like either you want this fight or you just a scared little bee and you never wanted this fight with Eddie Hearn.
Correct. And I agree. It's now or never. Both the brothers got to win, though, because
they have to win. Yes.
Let me not take anything away from Joseph Parker.
Facts. He's a
live dog. He's a live dog.
Yeah.
And he said he spoke to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury gave him pointers. I'm like, bro, unless you're gonna smoke cocaine and cycle off of peds, Tyson Fury can't help you, bro. Because you know why? All jokes aside, he can't do what Tyson Fury does. He doesn't provide the same looks. And that's just the reality of things. So, BS aside, I don't know what he told him, but, we're going to have to see, man. But it's been a wonderful year for boxing. I will say that.
It was a good year. Yes, it was. We got fights that, we got a lot of fights, multiple cards. It wasn't just like we had a gang of fights putting on here. We actually had wonderful cards, like matchups, like even the last Showtime pay-per-view with Benavidez. I was saying a few other channels, like that was like I turned on the pay-per-view and didn't even change the channel. I sat there in my sofa and didn't get up. So when we have more cards like this, multiple cards, fights that we want to see, that's put on, 2023 was a great year, man. I just hope that 2024 can continue.
Right. And on to our point, when these people in boxing get something right, we absolutely have to tip our hats. Now, I'm not an Eddie Hearn guy at all. I'm not an Eddie Hearn guy. But as far as this is concerned, he's been on his job. Another example, I'm not a Ryan Garcia guy at all, but he did a good thing the other week, man.
I'm not a Ryan Garcia fan either, but you know what though?
Yeah.
He's growing on me because at least, and I'll explain the Rod to this here. Salute to Rod because we had a conversation earlier this week. I said, no matter what you say about Ryan Garcia, he defied his promoter to get the Tank fight. If he don't shit on Oscar De La Hoya the way he did in Bernard Hopkins, that fight don't happen. We got to remember that, right?
Right, correct. And
we can hate him, but he defied something he did. He defied his promoter in public to get the fight.
When he spoke up, my antennas went up. I said, wait a minute. That was from the heart. That was from the heart. And I said, okay. And then right under our radar, I didn't know. And Stormy pointed out, he said, do you know Duarte's on an 11-fight win streak? He's knocked everybody out. I said, wait a minute, what? And then I looked it up.
What did Stormy say?
Stormy told me that Duarte was on an 11-fight win streak.
Yeah, Duarte. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
All knockouts. And I said, oh, wait a minute now. And then that's why Ryan was like, yo, they trying to set me up, man. You know, and then when he put things into perspective, I said, wait a minute. The brother might be right. Damn
it might be. He is, because the fact that what promoter like him and Bernard Hopkins, I ain't even a Ryan Garcia fan, but I'm just a fan on right is right, wrong is wrong here. Why are you just dogging him out the way you're dogging him out like that? Like, you just gave the green light so that when his contract gets released, you did it to yourselves here. Like, I've seen Bob Arum say, no, Bud can build me a beach house, but not the way that Oscar is saying, like, yo, the people around him, you know, we got to worry about his health, all stuff like that. Like, you're bringing down the fight before the fight even happens. Like, I look at that, it's like, you're supposed to be his promoter. If anything, shut up, Oscar. You're making it worse. And then Bernard Hopkins thing was saying here, like, they're doing everything possible because they don't like each other.
Right. It was a Dave, give me a favor. Just give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
I got to mute. 2 minutes.
Okay, so Drew's at the work here. You know, I just like to have this conversation here and whatnot. You know, I'm gonna get to you. It's the Saturday pull up here, but like I was saying here, like, Ryan Garcia is not my favorite fan. I'm a favorite fighter, and he has power, he has some skills, but he is limited. He's never been a champion. But my thing is, if he wants to do something, he's going to do it. That is the thing that I can say I like about Ryan. When he says he wants to do something, he's going to do it. Now, there may be some time delay because you got business partners. You got a promoter like Oscar who likes to stay high and drunk all the damn time. But the fact that he pulled the leverage card to do what he wanted to do here. And you know why? Guys, when you're a fighter, the promoters are supposed to work for you. Now, early in the career, the promoter's going to put money into your pocket, may put a per diem. They're spending so much money that they got to return their investment. But when it comes to Ryan Garcia, they've gotten their ROI. They've gotten their return on investment. Whatever they put into Ryan, they made that money back. On top of that, the money that the Tank fight made, they got their money back in 5 times fold here. The reason why that we know Oscar did not want that fight is because what happens when fighters make too much money? That's the issue. Ryan made so much money on that fight now. He is no longer, unless he just be janky with his money, he is never going to be a poor man ever again. And he wasn't even poor before that. But when he says that he made a minimum of like over 30 plus million, and then when you got that kind of bag, guys, your promoter can only tell you so much at that point there, because now you're rich. Now you're well-to-do here. Now you got a face. You may not be the A side, but you know you're able to sell more tickets because of that. There's a cachet being involved to the B side of being involved in a high-paying card. So Oscar did not want Ryan with that because he wanted to keep sunning Ryan, because by him getting that payday, even though he's not a champion, he's not a multi-division, multiple belts, it's like the generation of that money of that fight puts him leaps and bounds to where he was at before. And every promoter knows that once a fighter makes so much money and then get a name for themselves, it's only a matter of time, depending on how locked down those contracts are, before those guys want to leave and do their own promotional outfits. Hence why at one time, guys, you gotta remember, Bob Arum had Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Money Mayweather, as well as all the other top fighters on Top Rank, on HBO at the same time, and all those guys were not even fighting each other. And you know why? Because Bob Arum was making it where that he would have Cotto is a Puerto Rican fighter, and he will monopolize that segment of the public, doing the fights he wanted there. Floyd was the African-American fighter and segmented those fights there, and Oscar being the golden boy, and of course being Mexican-American, but of course being Mexican, but have the good boy looks. He was able to market to pop culture. He was separating, dividing the money pot. Then when you're separating that way, he had it all come straight to him. And so, but what happened though when Oscar understanding the business and was making so much money and didn't need Bob Arum anymore? Golden Boy Promotions, and then when he broke free, you see what he done there with Richard Schaefer's help. He didn't do it by himself, Richard Schaefer, right? Same thing with Cotto. Cotto eventually left Top Rank. I know he went back, but he left and made more money fighting without Top Rank. The same thing with Floyd there. Floyd had to pay $750,000 to get out of his contract. And once you got that contract, boy, the world's been his oyster. Man, oh man. Hey, you know what, Drew? I'm going to drop you out of here. I'm going to get to the show here. Let me just do this here. I'm going to remove him. Oh, you're back, Drew?
Yeah, it's just noisy where I'm at. It's just very.
I was ready to drop you, and I saw your face.
No. Yeah. It's just noisy where I'm at.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe we can pick this up another time. It's mad noisy here. I don't want to stop your show. So yeah, we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up, good brother.
Hey man, you my brother, 50 grand, man. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Don't work too hard and get that money.
No diggity doubt, bro. I'll be listening. I'll be listening, good brother.
All right, man. Peace out, brother.
Peace.
Oops. Lock up here. Shout out to my man Drew. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Locked up there when I was removing Drew. Okay, guys. I get worked up on boxing. Sorry about that. One last thing, too. This is the last point, I promise. This is Saturday. I got nothing going on today, guys. Let me just say this here. When I talk about the A side and the business, Tank Davis is not going to do anything that Al Heyman is not going to want him to do. When I say not want him to do, Gervonta Davis understands. And I know I saw the tweet. I ain't even abiding by that tweet here. There's a lot of talk when Tank does tweets and people want to interpret the way they want to interpret. And it's still at the end of the day, Tank is still down the PBC. He's still rocking with Leonard Ellerbe. He's still rocking with Al Heyman. Let me tell you something, guys. Al Heyman has made more black entertainers rich than any advisor that we can think of. I want to say this to end off here, and we can get to the other parts of my show here. When it comes to Al Heyman, he ain't just about boxing, guys. Al Heyman is about business entertainment. That who represents Floyd, that's who represents Tank, that's part of the PBC. When we talk about Al Heyman, guys, I don't want to just talk about the boxing. I want you to understand a few points before I move on, because everybody got something to say about Al Heyman. I don't know about you guys, but when Michael Jackson was alive, who was the one getting Michael Jackson's money right, organizing the tours and events and things of that nature with his companies? Al Heyman. Michael Jackson, the king of pop when he was alive, who was organizing and involved in his events? Al Heyman. Before MJ passed away with the This Is It tour, who was running the show behind the scenes, negotiate the $50+ million per show for Michael Jackson, and everything that Michael Jackson wanted before he passed away. Everything to the detail that went to that show, the concerts, as well as the movie they made. Who was behind that, guys? Al Heyman. Oh, y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Oh, before Whitney Houston passed away, right? I'm just giving you some major names. Say what you want to say about Whitney Houston being a drug addict and the issues, how she passed away. But when it came to her business and her tours, she is second to none, one of the greatest, not just black, but female, not just female musicians ever. And you know who organized her ish? Al Heyman. Al Heyman. Hold on. Let me continue here. Let me continue. Hold on. You say, Dave, that's a long time ago. That's Whitney Houston. That's Michael Jackson. Hey, let me give you one more item. Drake works with Al Heyman in the past and currently right now. Anytime that you see a Drake tour or anything that's going on, a major events going on, who's behind the scenes handling that? Al Heyman. Even Drake said in one of his rhymes, only Al Heyman signed checks. And that was just not too long ago. Drake's on his own track saying only Al Heyman signed checks. So when we talk about the business aspect of it, Are we going to listen to crackheads like Oscar De La Hoya and missing teeth people like Bernard Hopkins or Eddie Hearns, who's the biggest goddamn liar, or the man who never speaks, but the results showcase millions? All these other guys be talking mad junk when it comes to Bob Arum. Of course, if Stepson doesn't talk, Todd the Bull's going to be running it when Bob Arum passes away. We don't hear him talk, but because Bob Arum's still around. But you see Bob Arum, you see Eddie Hearn, you see all the other groups, Oscar De La Hoya, all these guys talk. But the one who's made more black entertainers millions of dollars don't even say a goddamn word. So as I move on here, I'm saying that who represents Tank Davis? Al Heyman as an advisor. Al Heyman has helped make Tank millions and millions and millions of dollars here. And we got to understand, guys, when people build a relationship, rapport, and then people have a track record of success, people on the outside trying to break that up. They want to break that up. So you can't break up what's been built right now because they got a well-oiled machine. So Tank is going to listen to Al. You listen to Al and the people who's made that man rich. That's why you barely can see. I can think of a few people that's left the PBC organization. And when it's been starting to attack, you see everybody there who's been there from the beginning. Even people who've retired and they still hang out and talk to Al Heyman or they be in the events. Because when Al Heyman's made you millions, you in debt to that man. Not in debt like, oh, but like, yo, when someone's that smart and you've been successful with them, you don't break up the team. You keep that rocking and rolling, rock. So what I'm saying here, guys, is who's behind Tank Davis? Al Heyman. And who's behind Devin Haney? His dad, Bill Haney. And you know what, though? Bill Haney's done a good job with him. But you know what, though? Bill Haney cannot hold a torch to what Al Heyman's done in entertainment, not just boxing, entertainment. So I'm going to go with the guy who negotiates $1 million deals on a 360 model across the spectrum than someone who just specializes with his son on his sport here. Had to get that out the way. Now let's get it going here, guys. Thank you for rocking with me. This might be a 4 or 5 hour live stream. Shout out to my man Randy. Oh, my man. I thought it was man. Shout out to Randy K, my girl Randy K with the $5 holla. We give you the penny, girl. Sorry, when I saw Randy, my bad, girl. My bad. Thoughts on Don King? Oh, I'll give you this, girl. First things first, Randy. We're gonna give you this question. We're gonna get to the show. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, Randy. Thank you. Don King's done. Don King, he's basically like 88% retired. Like he just signed early in the year, Adrian Broner. He's put on 1 or 2 fights. I know Drew's listening on here. I know they did 1 fight. They'll put up in a second fight, but I think that fight got canceled. I don't know if it actually happened. I think they only did 1 fight. Yeah, okay, thank you, Randy. It happens. Yeah. So Don King, at the end of the day, was he a slickster? Yes. Did he rob guys of money? Yes. But you want to know something? I got to say it like this. That's the fighter's fault. You know why? Don't cry for me, Argentina. We are grown-ass men. And when we're grown-ass men, you know what that means? We are adults. Since we are adults, we are responsible for the contracts we sign. That's right, Rod. Don King gets a bad rap. We are, as soon as we are over 18 years old, I know some of us could be young and dumb when their boxes get hit in the head for a living, but you got to understand, when you are an adult, no one cries for you when you make mistakes, understanding that you could have done your due diligence. When you sign your name on these contracts and you don't have proper legal representation, that is on you. Only Don King is doing is capitalizing off of your mistakes. He's capitalizing off your ignorance. And you want to know something? I ain't gonna be a front. I've done that too. I ain't been to the point where I'm like what Don King did to Tyson's contracts, charging like $300,000 for towels. That's actually a fact. He would charge Tyson $300,000 for towels. I'm not doing that. But you know something? When I've been in business and I've been negotiating things, and I see that you're lacking, I'm gonna negotiate something to give me the one up. I'm going to get that extra dollar over you because you know what, though? You should have done your due diligence. You should have hired someone more competent. You should have got a lawyer, or maybe you should have got someone that can go over the contract with you and look over, make sure everything is right. If I find you lacking, I'm not going to run over you, but I'm going to make some points to make it in my benefit. That's the way it's business here because we're grown, and I'm going to make sure I get every penny that I think I deserve. And that's what Don King did. And these guys just saw money. an opportunity and took the check. And on top of that, too, not just taking the check, taking the cash, Randy. So what am I saying here? Don King will show up to your house. And you know what, though? Let's say that Don King owed you $10 million. He will come with a briefcase with $1.5 million and say, you can wait for the $10 million or take the 1.5 in the briefcase. What you gonna do? And you know what these fighters do? They take the 1.5 because cash in the hand is better than the birds in the bush. That's on them. They want the 1.5 in cash here. Me, you owe me 10, I'm going to get the 10. I'm going to wait out. You know why? Because I'm going to make sure I got the right team behind me to make sure that my money's right. And if my money's right, if I got to sit out for a while, I'll sit out until I can get this money here. But you're only going to pay me less than 20% of what you owe me here? You're going to pay me 15%? No. That's on Don King being a smart businessman because he's capitalizing off of your misgivings. He capitalized off of your mistakes here. So it's one thing if he was doing this to like little kids and things of that nature, but when you're a grown adult, you are responsible for the contracts you sign. You are responsible for that. You put your John Hancock on the contract, that is on you. I don't care if you get hit in head and living or not. And it may suck like, well, that person didn't grow up in an environment understanding we're adults. Unless you're a kid, no one cries for grown men. You're old enough to do your due diligence. So that's how I feel about it, Randy. Don King is a bad rap. Was he a crookster? Hell yeah. But did he make guys millionaires? Yes. But did those fighters ruin their money too as well and trick it off? Yes. But did these guys hire the proper lawyers? No. What will they do? They'll hire Don King's lawyers. Off the rip, that should tell you that's a bad move. Like, here, Don's like, here's my lawyers. No, he represents you, so he's going to give you a better deal. Let me get my own lawyer. See, that's just common practice as an adult. You don't go ahead and the person you're doing business with and use their managers, use their advisors, use their lawyers, and use everything on their end. That's his resource so that he can get everything that he wants. And on top of that, too, if you're just meeting that person don't know you. Those people got a loyalty to Don King than they do with you because you're the new customer. So at the end of the day, guys, was Don King skim fighters? Yes. But did fighters be adults to do the right thing? No. Okay? So as much as Don King's a slickster, we are men and we got to be accountable for our actions, whether we do something or our lack of. And I do that with women, guys. I got to be honest. You hear me talk about women all the time and then their lack of accountability and the men they choose and all these baby daddies. The same thing for guys too. Lack of accountability. You sign a contract, you're doing deals with somebody and you don't do your due diligence. That's on you, brother, man. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate you. Let me go. Let's get on to it, guys. I know it's going to go this long here. What's going on, Derek? Derek in the building. Got Derek in the building. I see Sheila in the house. I see M. Jones came in. You know. All right, guys. Let's get to the show here. Rod, what are you saying here, Rod? King put on better complete fight card. That's a fact, Rod. You know what we got to say here? We need to be upset at the boxing public itself right now. The fans are the reason why Don King is not in the game here. Was Don King a slickster? Yes. But as much as he slick, folks, you go look at any old Don King cards from top to bottom, you had stacked cards. You had championship fight after championship fight. Nowadays, if you took one of Don King's cards, that would be 4 pay-per-views. But he'll have that under 1 pay-per-view. He would have it all heavyweight pay-per-view where he literally, at one time, Don King had every single heavyweight signed to him, except for like maybe a few guys. And he will have an all heavyweight pay-per-view with 4 or 5 fights with Tyson at the top of the card and all these other cards who could fight for Tyson or guys who win in basically a round robin. And then you will see nothing but stacked cards all the time. Even back then, Don King could work with Bob Arum. They found a way to work with each other because they both, here's the thing, when you got 2 criminals who understand the game, they know the game and can work together. That's the issue. Don King knew how to get stuff done, and Arum recognized his game, and that's why they was able to work together. All right. Thank you, Rod. Boo, YouTube, says Jay. Are y'all ready for the first video, Presser One? I had fun talking about that. I'm just tired of the stuff that goes on in these YouTube streets, man, because Devin Haney does take away. Here's my argument. You gotta take away what he does in the ring, because when it comes to getting a fight done, it's about the legal beavers and who can negotiate the deals here. And then what leverage do you have? He has none. And it showcased how many people, like, doesn't understand business. You're arguing over feelings. I see the ones here, guys. I know Derek wants the two all the time. Derek always wants the long stroke. Pause. Check it out, guys. We're on a Saturday pull up here. We've been here for an hour. Let's see here. All right, let's get to this first video, guys. First video, we're going to go to Dusty Kendra. We're going to go to Kendra for the first video, guys. Yes, Pinball. Dick Nanigans is on its way. Sorry for cursing, mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to... Here's the cool thing about my YouTube channel, guys. Whether you realize it or not, people think they know how much you make, and people don't know how much I make with my CPM. So I'm trying to get my CPM a little bit higher. That's why I'm trying to reduce the cursing. Even with the cursing, my CPM is like 5 times the average of a YouTuber. So I want to curve the cursing so I can get these advertisers to pay a little bit more when y'all do see the ads, guys. That's why I keep saying sorry, mama. I gotta stop cursing, guys. I gotta stop cursing. My CPM it's nice, guys. It is nice. So when people say, oh, he ain't making that much money on YouTube, and like, when I do. I'm part-time. That's why I gotta stop cursing. Derek said, talk about The Color Purple, Dave. Derek, how I'm not gonna watch it. How I'm not gonna watch The Color Purple. I don't support the first movie, so why the hell I'm gonna support the second movie? Just because it's a black movie, guys, doesn't mean I gotta support the black movie. You gotta remember, it just because it's a black movie, who directed the first one? Steven Spielberg. Okay, a white man directed that movie. You may say it's a black cast, but it was a white man director, written by a feminist. I'm good. Nah, building the stereotypes again. We're building more stereotypes. Let's get to this first video, guys. We're going to Kendra. Here we go, guys. I was boxing talking on this Saturday for so long. Shout out to the replay gang. If y'all got to fast forward, we got to fast forward. But here we go here. Puma never saw The Color Purple, then don't. Please, do yourself a favor, brother. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Let's get to this video, guys. Let's get to cooking. Uh-oh.
Oh, hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay,
where you at with your face mask on?
Yeah, where you at, Lindsay?
I'm at work.
You're working right now?
You're working.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Where do you work?
I'm a nurse. I work in like a skilled nursing home.
A nursing home. Everybody sleep?
Damn.
I'm trying to make them go to sleep.
Y'all be calling from your job, child. Lindsay, how old are you?
I'm 42.
42.
Are you busy? So you gotta check out somebody?
Damn, a lot of noise in the
No, it's
background.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Damn Zodiacs.
Capricorn.
Capricorn. You have any kids?
I have 5.
5 kids. How old are your kids?
5.
My oldest is 18, and then 16, 12, 6, and I have a 5-month-old baby.
What, 5
You have
months?
a 5-month-old baby?
Mm-hmm.
5 months?
For how many men?
By 3.
3?
Why are you not with the men you had a baby with 5 months ago? Lindsay?
Long story short, he's married.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me back up here. Guys, 5 kids, 3 different men. No one believes in protection these days, guys. No one believes in condoms. Everybody want the raw dog. If you ain't got a vasectomy, your ass shouldn't be raw dogging. Unless you're in a serious relationship and you don't care about pregnancy, you shouldn't be raw dogging. Y'all thinking that the pullout game is gonna work. The pullout game doesn't work here. All these videos I'm doing, no one pulls out. Everybody's having babies. Everybody's having babies, guys. Lord have mercy. Everybody's raw dogging. 5 by 3, guys. 5 by 3. Let's continue.
5 months ago. Lindsay?
Long story short, he's married.
Oh, God damn it. He's married.
It was like I found out he was married Saturday, and the next weekend I found out I was pregnant, and I just kept my baby.
How long did y'all date before you got pregnant?
Right.
About 7 months.
So for 7 months, you had no idea he was married?
He was, in and out.
Be honest with me. For 7
Yeah, be
months,
honest.
you had no idea he was married.
No, they didn't live together. So
Wait a minute.
I would be at his house during the week. She's off during the weekends. Weekends I'm with my kids. So it's not like we cross paths.
So how did you find out he was married?
Right.
Background search. The little
What
online
possessed you to do a
search
background search?
When I did look him up, because I met him online, the little online dating, I tried it. When I did look him up, there was a name that kept being attached to him, but it was different last names. She never even took his last name, so it's different last names. But I asked him, who is this lady? He would not tell me. And then when I did find out, someone I was working with said, "Oh, why don't you look up the case?" So I searched their names by case summary online, and that's when I saw the divorce. Like she filed for divorce, but he never responded, and that's when I realized they were still married. He had told me they were divorced.
So,
Okay.
and by this time you were pregnant.
I think we got some technicalities here. The way that she's describing this here, yeah, he was still married. She did the background check, but they weren't living together. So they went through they were separated, but not doesn't like they were legally separated. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like, because she said that she went there during the week. She was able to go over his house. She did the background check. She didn't even take the guy's last name. So the way it sounds like, he was married, but it looked like he was still married in paper. Like they were broken up. Like if she would have said like he was married and she was there and all that stuff like that, but it sounds like that, and I could be wrong, guys. Maybe you're in the chat, you can kind of say it differently here. They were together, they broke up, but then do a legal separation. So he has the crib and she's doing her own thing like that, right? Then they got together. They're kicking it for 7 months. She does a background check. She doesn't even take the guy's last name, so technically he was married, but was he still rocking with her? Doesn't sound like it, right? So let's get back to the video. And I know y'all can't stand that noise.
The following week, I found out I was pregnant.
Okay. So does she know about the baby?
Yeah, she knows.
She knows. Are they working things out?
He'll tell me they're not. She'll tell me they are. Vice versa. It was a whole deal. I just had to walk away.
Okay. So listen, Lindsay.
Okay, she walked away here. I get that. Let's say, here's the thing. If the wife's telling you one thing and then he's telling you something differently, but here's the key denominator here. Didn't she just say that the wife did not be at the house? She saw her, know that she came by on the weekends, but she was not there during the week. So, and for 7 months, you're seeing this guy. You're going to his house. The wife is not even there during the week. And then the wife says, okay, we're together. It don't sound like it. It sounds like the wife is mad that you in the picture and is telling you something here. So you say, you know what, though? I'm just going to walk away. Here's what I hope you're doing. I'm hoping that you're figuring out a co-parent situation for that kid here, because at 5 months old, that baby needs to see its daddy, no matter the dynamics of how the baby was created. It sucks for you, but it shouldn't suck for the baby. The baby should not have to suffer. So even though let's say you moved on, you're doing your own thing now, is why you're on Kendra. I'm hoping you're allowing him to see this child, because just because the situation here does not mean that this baby does not have his daddy. All right. So let's just continue here. But on the note here, it's just it sounds like all kind of messiness here, all kinds of messiness here. But here's the thing that we got to ask ourselves: why are you dating with a 5-month-old? Your situation is not ideal. It sucks to say that this man is lying or the wife is lying. But when you got a 5-month-old, your ass don't need to be in the streets. Your ass don't need to be out here trying to date. You can't even give the proper time to date because you got somebody so young. And then on top of that too, you got so many emotions and feelings tied to this baby being a newborn. Then, of course, you just had a breakup with this guy here. You are not even mentally stable to date. And when I say mentally stable, whether she may look normal, she may look okay, there's a lot going on inside that says she needs a therapist, because you're going to go 5 months here and then you're going to date knowing the situation you have here. You're not ready to bring another man on. And what man wants to take you on with a 5-month-old? You got to understand how men think here. That man who's going to take you on for a 5-month-old is not going to take you seriously. He wants to smash and dash. He wants the booty. He ain't thinking about a real relationship here. You got to think, and then you add the fact you got 5 kids by 3 different men. You got to add that layer too. You need a lot of help here, and you shouldn't be on this platform. But let's continue. Let's hear more about this, guys.
What would you say to the man that's concerned? You have 5 kids and a 5-month-old
Damn, that noise is
baby.
getting worse.
I would say he's probably not the one for me.
Y'all hear this?
I know my worth, you know.
Your
Everyone
worth.
has a history at this age. I'm not an angel. I'm not. I have made mistakes, but I've healed. I had to take a step back and see what was going on.
She's lying. You're not healed. You cannot be healed with a 5-month-old baby. You're just talking lip service right now. You are not healed with a 5-month-old. If anything, here's guys, the chat. I don't know if you agree with me this or not. What if the guy who's the baby daddy says, I got divorce papers. Me and my ex are officially going through the papers. I want to be with you. Do you think that she's still going to be dating or she's going to take that guy back? I guarantee she's going to take that guy back here. So no one's really healed. We do something, especially after 5 months. Your stitches recovered 2 months ago. See, people want to talk stuff and really don't mean nothing. Let's continue.
I have 5 kids, different baby daddies.
Damn.
It's not what I come from, but it's what I am at this stage of my life. So I had to take a step back and look at my mistakes. It's not all
Lights up in the building if y'all just came in.
I have my own mistakes. You know, I was accepting anything that was given to me instead of using better discernment per se.
Okay,
Yeah.
what would you say your worth is? You say you know your worth.
Yeah, what's your worth?
I'm a good catch. Like, I have my stuff together. I may have different baby fathers, but my kids don't define who I am.
Yes, they do.
You know, my personality,
your kids do define you when it comes to men in the dating market. Women cannot understand the mentality of how we think when we see you with kids. There's going to be a couple of things going to happen here. One, you're going to find a blue pill beta guy who don't care about your daddies, and you're not going to want him because he is not the man that you desire. He's too weak. Any man who wants this is going to be a weak brother. That's a fact here. Who wants to do this here? Or the other guy's going to be Pookie and Ray Ray, who just looking for the easy win, the easy score. Ladies have no idea that, yes, your kids do define you in the dating market. It defines if a man takes you seriously or just wants the buns. He just want to go ahead and slide on through. Got to remember that. Does he just want to go ahead and slide on through, or says he wants a relationship with you? Can't understand that. You're thinking you're a catch here. No, you're a catch to get that ass. And you know what, though? I sound harsh. I sound mean. But you know what, though? We need more men to be honest with women here. And you guys need to be honest with yourself when you make these mistakes.
Who I am. I'm a good woman. I cook. I clean. You know, I'm supportive. I'll always have your back. You know, I know my worth.
Oh,
you know, prior, I probably didn't. But as of today, I do.
That's too late, though.
So what is your desire to meet a man to marry or to date?
I have been married twice.
What?
Okay.
Married twice?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no.
Married again or no?
I would if it's right. Like, my goal.
I hope Kendra asked why she got divorced. You've been married twice here? Hold on. You've had this many cracks at it. That's the problem here. I better hear some heinous things that happen here. If it's not, you guys can only run the gambit so much until there's nobody left here. And the men who are left here just want sex. Married twice. Got a guy. Oh, boy. The story keeps getting worse and worse, guys. Keeps getting worse and worse.
Goal is to find someone who can love me healthy, you know. So my kids, my daughters can see a healthy love, an example of this is what you should desire when you want a relationship. Don't just settle for anything and everything like I did in my past. So I do want to get married again eventually, yes.
You do. I think we're going to proceed. I think that what I hear from men at times, and this is what it's like, it becomes almost a numbers game because, you know, when you have 5 children, a man of any merit would have to consider, providing for you and 5 children. So that's 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
If marriage is the goal. If marriage is not the goal, then you guys cohabitate in your own place. But I think that sometimes women don't think about the financial part of it in that way. And the characteristics that I hear, well, I got to talk to you more to figure out what you really desire. But that's some of the things that men have to think about at times.
See, she got nothing to say there. Kendra can be right every now and then. See, and that's another thing too, when we got to take you ladies seriously, guys, because here's the thing that we got on. We got to take you on. We got to take you and your kids on. Know why? Because we're all going to assume that the baby daddy ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing here. So, like that one video I did like last year, it may have been a skit, but remember the one guy he has when he one kid with the woman, and he bought McDonald's for his kid, and the woman got mad because he didn't buy McDonald's for all her kids, even though that's not his kids here. Because so that means that a guy can go ahead and say, you know what, though, it's my day. I can see my kid. I know, let's go get some McDonald's, cost $10. But when you got all these kids here, $10 turned to $50. And the average guy's not here to spend $50 on McDonald's if it's not your kids. See, women are some, well, my kids don't have to find me and my kids are good. But what do you say, though? I need someone to be there for me and my kids. You know what that means? Financial responsibilities. Talk about paying money, the cost, the worth here. Let me talk about earlier with Devin Haney and stuff like that. We're talking about the business of aspects of being in a relationship here. The dollar amount that got to go into it here. You got 5 kids and the oldest one is 16, so they're all minors here. So you know what that means? I can't come in here and just bring a little bit of food if I come by. I got to provide for everybody, or I look like an a-hole. And you know what? I ain't trying to look like an a-hole. I'm just going to remove myself from the situation. Man, oh man. I don't know where she's at yet, man. We didn't get to that. Let's continue.
I know. I'm not asking you to come pay none of my bills. And if you do come live with me, what? You pay a gas bill? Is that too much? I'm not asking.
She don't get it. She don't get it.
Oh, so you're okay with the guy moving in with you?
If a push comes to shove, if I have
don't move in with your girls, guys.
So if he comes with 1 kid and I have 5, it's easier for him to come to me instead of me going to him.
Don't move in with your girls, guys.
All right,
new place.
So we got Lindsay. She works at a nursing home, Capricorn, 42, moms of 5, married twice. And you have kids by 3 men. So was you married to 2 of your children's dads?
Yeah. I mean,
okay. What happened? Okay. Can we get to that, Kendra? Ask the question, Kendra.
What you told me. Let's do it. What kind of man are you looking for now?
Honey? Oh, God. You can't even get that answer?
Someone who knows how to communicate. One, security. Check on me. Sometimes I can work 16, 18 hours.
Are y'all raising money in the chat? Y'all funny.
She wouldn't even call to see if I was okay. So check on me. I feel like I'm traditional in aspect. I feel like a woman has their place and men has their place. And, I just want someone who's honest and healed.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Okay. We were just getting cooking. And then who gonna show up on my screen? The skip master himself, Eric Jordan in the building. Oh my God. Shout out to EJ in the building with the $20 holla, guys. Before I read it here, here's what we got going on here, guys. Other people do it differently, but this is my channel here. If we're doing a reaction video, and if you guys don't like it, you don't want to see it from the end, it costs $20 to take it off the screen completely. It's the skip function, right? You got to drop a $20 holla, state why you want it dropped, and then put skip here. EJ has been skipping videos on top of videos since I started about a month and a half ago. So we got Eric Jordan in the building with the $20 holla. Turn the chat orange here saying, Dick Nanigans, Dick Nanigans, Dick Nanigans. 3 for $5, shorty off my screen. It's over. Dave, I tried, but hell to the nah. Skip, 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 skip. Black fist. Hey, brother Eric, salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, guys, it don't matter who wants to drop a skip. I give you guys like Bang and the Dark Knight Rises. It was on last night. I was watching Bang last night. I give you all the power. Remember he was talking to Gotham? He's like, give you all the power. I give you guys the power to skip videos, guys. I get enough videos up so y'all can skip if y'all don't want them. So it's $20 to skip the video. If you don't like what we doing here, like Dave, I like you, I don't like her, pause. And then we get it off the screen. Shout out to Eric Jordan. He don't want to see the dick nanigans. Derek said, Dave, we need a Kendra cam option. Call Eric Jordan contingency plan. How about this here? Let me see if I can find the Kendra cam real fast. How about this, EJ? If you don't mind, I want to fast forward to see if there's, okay, check this out, Eric. Do me a solid here, Eric. I'm just going to show the Kendra cam and then it's off the screen. All right? We got to get to that. All right? The video's done. I'm just going to play a few seconds of the Kendra cam. Thank you for the holla, bro. Let me just do this here. Let's do this here. The power is yours, Captain Planet. Check it out, Eric. I'm done with the video. I just want to show the crowd the Kendra cam, and then we can move on. Okay? Kendra cam, and Eric got his wish here.
No, I have to turn around.
Oh, God. Oh, she a big girl.
Okay,
It's all EJ. I mean, it's all Derek here.
Okay.
Hold
Big
on.
booty.
One more again.
If you can see me.
Okay, you got.
Look at Kendra. Okay.
Big booty girls. Bump with it.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Y'all saw the Kendra cam. There you go, EJ and Derek. I killed two birds with one stone. EJ got the skip. I gave Derek the Kendra cam, and we ain't got to go too much of the video. Okay, Eric, I gave him that 20 seconds. That was it. You got your money, brother. We gotta respect EJ's wishes. Thomas, that's a huge. Oh my God. I just want to do a quick recap. Whoops. Let me just do a quick recap, guys. Women do not understand the ramifications that their past matters. Women only think that the past is only the past, and then who they are today is what matters. Wrong. Okay? For guys, men worry about a woman's past. For women, you care about a man's future. We care about your past because your past is going to showcase how you're moving today and going forward here. You're worried about our future because you guys want the soft life, and you guys know if we want to know if we're going to be able to provide and secure you and be able to be taking care of you for the long haul here. You worry about what we can do for you in the future. We worry about your past because your past is going to impact how we move. And if you got 5 kids by 3 different men, especially the baby just came 5 months ago, don't expect any man to take you seriously with a 5-month-old. I do not care. The man who does come in that will take you seriously is either a guy that you don't want. He could be a good guy, but it's a man that you don't want because he don't tickle your fancy, or he's a Pookie and Ray Ray. But the quality man that you want ain't taking on a woman with a 5-month-old kid, especially the fact that you've been married twice. Man, oh man, God. Jay says the endless shrimp, man. Hey, man, I got a taste for some endless shrimp right now. I might take a trip to Red Lobster after this live stream, guys. Hey, man, there's no longer the promotion. I don't know if I got to check the menu. Out here, at least in Chicagoland, the endless shrimp is available 7 days a week. So I think I might gotta hit the endless shrimp after I get done here. Holla at your boy. If y'all ready for the next video, press 1. What's going on, Jeff? Saying she too big. How's she gonna look in 10 years? Hey, Jeff, that's a good fact here. That is a good point that women don't even understand as well. We look at you, and like for a person like me, we do look at the possibilities of what's the next 5 or 10 years. Maybe not every single man who is of worth, but come on now. We see someone's like, yo, how's she going to look in 5, 10 years? What's going to happen when she has a baby? How does she move today? You think about how it's going to dictate in the future. Kendra G got competition, says Anthony. Don't maybe want to take a trip to Red Lobster. Damn, look at Jay. I'm telling you, Jay, I'm going. It's dreary as hell outside. I hope if we get done here and it's done raining out here, yo, I'm going to put on my overcoat. I'm be like, hey, where the endless shrimp at? Where the cheddar biscuits? By my damn self. He's like, Derek, I say, she had breast milk, bro. Breast milk. That was sloppy, Derek. That's a sloppy looking woman. She could have been here's the thing, though. I mean, at the end of the day, she could have been a nice woman, good personality. I'm not trying to want just to beat down people, right? But when you make actions, questionable decisions, and then now you put yourself out in the dating market, you're kind of opening yourself up to certain things that come about here. And the problem is that, like I talked about earlier, people don't want to be adults. People want to be on Arrested Development. They don't want to see the ramifications of their actions. I see about 75 pounds extra in 10 years. I do too, brother. I do too. Let me see here. What are we going to do here next? I'm going to bounce this around here, guys. Here's what we're going to do here. We did a Kendra video. Now we're going to do a subscriber submission. I'm going to go back and forth here, right? I'm going to do a round robin of videos here. So this next one here is a subscriber submission. Y'all asked for it. Y'all sent me videos, so we're going to be doing it here. So here's the first video for today by submission. Let me pull this up here. Is this the one here? Whoops, hold on. 1 second, guys. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Let's get it up here. Shrimp Alfredo. That does sound kind of good, Sheila. We all making ourselves hungry right now. All right, guys. Next video. Likes up in the building. Let's get the cooking here. Let me double check before I miss anything else here. All right. Let's do this now. I'm going to go to small box. Shout out the dash cam video. This is a dash cam from y'all. All right. Someone sent a police video. I don't know if this was MOP or Eric Jordan. Which one of y'all will claim this video? Let's get the cooking.
2022, the Cumberland Police Department began an online undercover operation to identify individuals seeking a relationship with a minor. Coincidentally, an undercover investigator stumbled upon an ad on a website similar to Craigslist, labeled as Daddy for Little.
Daddy for Little?
According to the ad, it stated, "I'm a married professional looking to be discreet. Daddy role for little to take care of.
What?
I'm in Rochester. Let's vibe on." The married individual
What are y'all
looking
saying to
to
me?
take on the role of a daddy was soon identified as 43-year-old Jason Bowers. The investigator responded to the ad posing as a 15-year-old girl,
Oh, hell
and the
no.
two started chatting on the Kik app. Over the following days, Jason exchanged several messages and images of his day-to-day activities. He went as far as reaching out to the fictitious girl from an office within the hospital where he was employed in Rochester, Minnesota. He would also constantly urge for a voice call rather than text.
Seriously?
During one conversation, Jason suggested a video conference to verify whether the imaginary girl was affiliated with the police. He also pointed out that law enforcement was closely monitoring such activities. About 8 days after their initial messages, Jason embarked on a journey to his fate from Rochester, Minnesota to Cumberland, Wisconsin, roughly 2.5 hours apart. As Jason reached the meeting point, Cumberland police officers, along with several DCI agents, converged on his vehicle and conducted a high-risk arrest.
Be right there. Right there.
Y'all making me hungry in the chat, y'all.
Sharp, put your hands up.
Uh-oh.
Put your hands out the window.
Hands up. Uh-oh. They got him.
Slowly grab your keys and step out of your vehicle.
We start off with action already?
Hands up. Face away from me.
This is
Step out.
It's from EJ.
Face away from me.
This is EJ
Face
video.
away from me.
Shout out to EJ.
Slowly walk back with your hands up.
You got
Face
action.
away. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Face away. Keep walking. Stop.
Get down on your knees.
Oh.
Put your hands like that. Behind your back.
Is anyone else in the car? Are there any guns in the car or anything like that? Okay. said no one else is in the car.
I made myself a little bit bigger to block out certain things here. I ain't trying to get in trouble with YouTube here.
Hatch is clear.
I got this.
Okay.
Got him. So let me get this right here, guys, before we go any further. This is like to catch a predator, EJ. We got a guy traveling 2.5 hours away for some young thing. Yeah, I know. I'm playing it safe, guys. I'm playing it safe. That's why I made myself bigger. So what we got here, let me get back here. What we got here is a guy traveling 2.5 hours away from Minnesota to Wisconsin for a little thing. Now, I want you guys to understand something here, the mentality. This guy is sick, but it takes you to the mind state, guys. What do guys want? We don't want no old women. In a perfect world, guys are looking for younger women, but then you got the sickos who are looking for kids. The point I'm trying to drive home is that when women say, oh my God, what do guys want? We want young girls. The problem, though, is that we got the extremes of these diddlers here who are going after the extreme. Yeah, Jake, where's Jake? Chris Hansen when you need him, or Chris Handsome. All right, let me get back to the video here. I don't know how much I'm going to play here because they got stuff drawn out here, and even though it's the po-po, I ain't trying to mess with that. You know what I mean? That's why my box is a little bit bigger. If I see some more weaponry, you know, we'll go on to the next video. I kinda, but I just want to make sure.
Police later discovered Jason was a surgical technician at Mayo Clinic.
What?
And was married with 2 children.
Wow.
According to his wife, she was unaware of this incident, and as far as she knew, Jason had never been involved in such actions before.
I parked in the middle of the street, so nobody was going down the street, and there's these people in the apartment. What's that lady in the apartment down the street?
Your lights in?
I do. I'm like, you see them?
Oh, they're not right.
No. Yeah, they're backwards because Peter's not putting them on backwards. My husband has fixed the action here. She's just gonna put him in the interview room, and he can just sit and
So
speak for a second.
it might be trickier to end up in terms of safety. It might just be easier to see like documenting it, print out photos and stuff like that. If you're okay
That's
with that, I
fine.
mean,
Yeah, he's not gonna be here.
Right. Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, like take pictures here, you can see what you got.
You have a shut open gloves in your slide bag. Yeah.
Step on forward. Do all the pictures here before Rich takes the vehicle.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of bags and stuff inside, and I see there's like shooting targets, so there might be a gun in there somewhere. But yeah, just take pictures of everything and then just grab anything you find. So
I'm gonna go back to that.
Electronics, we need to take.
Did he have a phone on him, or is it in the car?
It's in the car, I believe. He did not have a phone on him, but he should have 2 phones.
Okay. So this pretty much take anything.
Anything electronic and anything, like he said he was going to bring protection if he was going to use it. So anything like that, and then
Yeah, if there's condoms or anything related to this, let's
picture
photograph
everything
it,
else
then.
and then you'll take it as evidence. Yeah.
We'll help search the vehicle.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go back and we'll do the interview.
yeah, and then we'll just do all the inventory stuff later.
Okay.
Car seats.
Okay. I just want to play it safe because they're drawing stuff out. You know? I'm going to stop it there now. You're going to jail. I'm just playing it safe, guys. Even though it's the police, I just know how YouTube be funky at times, right? Thank you for that, EJ, for that video. Let's just do a quick talk about before we go to the next video. I love it when you guys send me videos, guys. Real talk here. Guys are risking their life for that young thing, huh? That tells you what's going on in this man's head here. He didn't say he could have gone after an 18-year-old chick and would have been legal. Only thing that he'll been in trouble for is cheating on his wife, right? But when you go below the age of legality here, going after little girls in high school, you are going to jail. You are throwing everything away. And here's the thing. You think MOP said, okay, my bad, MOP, my bad. Okay. Sorry, EJ. So here's what we're talking about here. There's guys who will do anything for the young thang. And I want y'all to not move this way, guys. I don't care what your thirst and crave is. That is wrong. That's against the law. You ain't supposed to be messing with no young underage girls, guys. The only time you mess with underage girls when you underage in high school. After you leave high school, it's over. All right? When you 16 and she's 16, cool. When you 17 and she's 17, cool. When you graduate, yeah, get the hell away. This is 2023, guys. This ain't the days of the 70s and 80s where you could be 21, 22 and drive by the local high school and do your thizzle. Like, yeah, you know, I was only gone a few years ago. Hey, how you doing? Remember me? Oh, yeah, that's such and such. How you doing? Get in the car, girl. No. Jay's like, he was rubbing his hands like Brian Williams on his way through. Yeah, he was like this. Just thirsty, man. So, guys, just know that there is guys out there who are really risking it all for that young thing. But here's the thing, guys. You don't want to get in trouble? Start at 18. How about this? Play it safe. Go 19. At least you get a year removed here. It's still technically a teenager, guys. Is that young? Hell yeah, but you ain't gonna go to jail. You're not gonna lose your job. You may lose your family because your woman may leave you. But yo, you ain't gonna, adultery may not get you fired. But being a kid diddler, hell to the yes. Guys, man, if you find yourself thinking that you gotta go below the age spectrum there, get yourself some help. Go talk to a doctor because something's obviously wrong with you. These are kids, guys. Do the adult thing. Woo. All right, next video, guys. Y'all ready for the next video? Press 1. I would have let it roll longer, but I don't like the fact that the weaponry. Even though YouTube can see it's the po-po, the last thing I need is like, you know what though? It still is here, and we're gonna get it. She can crack you down. And I'm a black man too, so the rules are different for black men. You got to get away like Mobb Deep, says Jay. Yeah, man. Yeah, like the infamous MOBB. For real. Stop it. Get some help. Right, Jay? Like that Michael Jordan meme. Stop it. Get some help. Hey, man, stop playing with me here. It had to be you or EJ for that, MOP. One of those videos came from you. This video I just did either came from you or EJ. Let me see here. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right. Hold on here. Okay, we're good. It's Saturday, so it's 2 all day, says Derek. Yeah, we kind of kick you back. It's a freestyle kind of Saturday. I normally don't do Saturdays. So yeah, we kind of freestyling a little bit. Let's get to this next video. Okay, let me do this here. Let me get this going here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do here, guys. This next one's gonna be another Kendra video. And I'm gonna prep you up right now. After this video, the next one is going to be another submission video. It may be dash cam. We're going back to back here. We're going to go Kendra then dash cam. So let's get this on the screen here. Where you at? There you go. Ooh, look at her. You see my pause game? She ready to go. What that mouth do, baby? What that mouth do? We already seen what that mouth do already. Get it wide open. I'm sorry. I don't know you. She can be like, who is this guy making fun of me in the videos? My bad. All right, guys. Likes up in the building. Next video. We're at the 2-hour mark already, guys. We've been kicking back, just chilling, whatever. So let's get to this next video. Let's rock and roll.
Hi, I'm really here. Hi, Kendra.
Here.
Oh my God,
Hi, baby. Give me some light, sweetheart. There we go.
Is that better?
Yes. What's your name, baby girl?
My name is Sharon, like Sharon, but no H.
Okay.
No H.
Sarah, no H.
So Aaron.
Sharon.
Sarah. All right.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah. Okay, Sarah, where you calling me from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
29.
29.
Okay.
What
This
you do
feels
for
so surreal.
Oh, it seems so real?
Yeah, I can't believe I'm here. I know everybody
Oh.
says that, and I was like, I would never say that, but I'm still saying that. You need to get those T-shirts that say, "I can't believe you picked me." You need
I
to bring
actually
those
do have
back.
those
Not bad looking,
shirts.
y'all.
I have them.
I
I
need
have
to
to. I
order
just gotta
one.
put them on the site.
Okay,
They're back in stock too. So I'll probably do all that tonight. or
that's
tomorrow.
awesome. Okay,
Okay. So we got Saron. I saying it right?
Saron.
Saron,
Uh-huh.
Brooklyn, New York, 29. What's your ethnicity?
I'm Ethiopian, so I'm
Ethiopian.
fully Black African,
Okay.
and both my parents are Ethiopian.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No.
No kids.
What do you do for a living?
Ooh, let's get into it.
I work in tech.
Tech too.
I'm a data scientist.
Data what, honey?
Data
A
scientist.
data scientist.
Okay, he's a little
Data
smart.
scientist.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right. So we got Saron, Brooklyn, New York, 29, Ethiopian, no kids, works in tech, data scientist. What kind of man you looking for, boo?
Yeah, what you looking for?
I'm
curious.
looking to date for marriage.
Okay.
Marriage. Eventually, maybe like in 2-3 years, 4 years. Maybe not 4 years, maybe 2-3 years.
Okay.
I would like to get married and have children, and I would like to meet somebody who has that goal in mind.
Sounds good so far.
Who's ready to settle down.
Roast a lot.
Okay.
All right.
What are your deal breakers?
So deal breakers. What you rock?
One moment.
Well, what's going on?
My deal breakers are somebody who is not family oriented. Growing up, I had great example for a dad and a mom, and I know what family life is supposed to be like. I know what respect between two people looks like. I know what being loyal within the family is like. And so ideally, I do want somebody who grew up like that, who at least has done the work, even if that was not their situation, has done the work, to look forward to something like that.
Okay. All right. An overwhelming amount of cousins want me to ask you about your Instagram name.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So it says Darky.
So it's a nickname. It's kind of like a direct translation. Back home, my aunties and family, some of them call me Chocolate. And it's like a direct translation. It's like the Amharic word would be Tayyim, Asamasai. Like when people have a dark complexion, people will say, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," just like sparkly fish. You know how fish, when you see them in water, their scale is shiny. I know this.
I'm on her IG right now, guys.
But I get that question a lot, and I've considered changing that name many times, but that's actually what it means.
Okay. I mean, here's the deal. When you come, this is where the world comes together. And I do like this part about my show is that we get introduced to different cultures and different backgrounds. Obviously for some people, Darky is offensive. I don't think that was your goal. I don't think that was your goal.
No.
But that's what happens when different cultures collide. So in your culture, you would be considered to be dark, like dark skin?
I would be considered darker. So like there are people in Ethiopia who have you ever seen the models from South Sudan? Yeah. They're like really dark and beautiful. So it ranges in Ethiopia, it ranges from, light-skinned people, you'd consider.
This is a whole different Kendra video, guys.
To me, who would be like
y'all waiting for the L, and we ain't getting there yet.
People with much darker skin.
Okay. Stay in the light, sweetheart.
Let me do this here, guys. We're dealing with somebody that's 29 years old, no kids, works in tech, says he's a data scientist in Brooklyn, so full-fledged, full-blooded Ethiopian. So her parents are from the motherland, but she's Black, so she's American. So that means that she's here. Maybe she was born over there, but she's raised most of her life here in America. So far, the way this conversation's going, we haven't heard no banshiness. We haven't heard the craziness so far. People saw the IG name Darky, and she's like, yo, I'm Ethiopian. This is what goes on in our culture here. We haven't heard the bad stuff yet. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting for the fall, guys, because so far the background is like, okay, she's about to be 30, but she's cute. Got that that Ethiopian vibe, that ethnic look here that I'm digging here, So, hey, I mean, not every single video may be an L, guys. Let's let it cook some more. I mean, we might got a keeper who just maybe just having a hard time in life finding a man here, So let's get to it, guys.
All right, there we go. All right, so for the cousins that were considering and wondering where the IG name came from, that is the explanation.
Yes, but I'm really, I think, gonna change it.
We haven't said this in a long time because we got a keeper.
You're not the first person who said that, or the cousins, and I don't even want that confusion, if that makes sense. It's an account I created in high school.
Oh, damn, Jay, you roasting.
So.
No, I understand. I mean, let me just say this as a dark-skinned woman. I mean, to me, it's the best thing.
We might be there,
Thank
Jay.
you, Lord. If I had to pick out my complexion, I would pick it out every single time.
Might y'all want to holler.
Being a dark-skinned woman, I'm very confident in my skin. I was raised to be confident in my skin. So... I also am understanding the one thing
Sheila.
about my show.
It's only negative so far. She clicked the link.
Different cultures. I didn't think you were trying to be offensive.
Look at Eric. Eric is digging up now. We got a W here.
Willing to give us your version.
Look at Jay.
Explanation.
You're rooting for man.
Yeah, like it was always a thing
here.
Within
we're taking
my
a change.
Because if you see two of my other sisters, they're very, very, very light skinned. They look just like my mom, and I'm the only one who came out looking like my dad. And it was always a celebrated thing in my family. Like my other sisters, they always say, "Oh, you always get the attention because you always have the most beautiful skin." So it was never like, "Oh, you're the dark skin in the family." It was always like a really beautiful thing, if that makes sense. And that was always my nickname. Some will say, "Hi, Chocolate," like my aunties, they'll call me Chocolate, and like another name in Amharic, and that would be the direct translation of that, because I love my skin. I love dark skin. I love black people.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
We got you, girl.
Hey.
We got you, girl. And not everybody should no longer, if you were.
Hey, hold on. Hey, when she said, I love dark skin, I love black people. Hey, hold on. Oh, okay. We still letting it cook, guys. I ain't saying much here. Look at Thomas here. Look at Derek saying here. Look at us here. Yeah, she is beautiful, y'all. We ain't said this in a long time. Tom. We switching it up here on a Saturday. This is okay. We're gonna let it play some more, guys. Oh my God. Hey, man. Hey, I don't know. I like Ethiopian women. I love African women, guys. I love me some African women, man. Shoot, I've dated Ethiopian in the past. I've dated Ethiopian and I've dated Egyptian. There was nothing like from the motherland. Let's continue.
Offended that you should no longer be offended, because she explained from her perspective of what it means in her culture. Even though it might mean something different in the African American Black culture, doesn't mean the same in her culture. So you have to respect it from her point of view and where it derived from. But let's continue. So that's not why you're here, but I appreciate your dialogue.
No
All right,
problem.
does the guy have to look a certain way?
Looks.
No, he does not. As long as he takes care of himself.
Don't care about looks.
And
just want to be fit.
I don't have a height requirement, to be honest with you.
You don't?
I think if he's an exceptional man, I don't even mind if he's my height. To be honest with you, or even if he was a couple inches, shorter than me. I'm about 5'7".
Oh,
it just depends on the
you think a 5'5", brother?
Substance of the man more than
5'5", stand up, fellas.
Of course, I don't
5'5".
mind if he's taller than me, and that would be fine also. But I would really make that exception if it's a kind, respectful.
Makes sense now, Rod. Now it makes sense when I talk to you.
Willing to learn.
Congratulations.
Patience and is respectful. Yeah.
Okay. So the character and the substance matters to you first.
Absolutely.
Okay. Good to hear. Well, does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Money. Okay, let's get to the money.
So, I've been watching your show for a long time, And I've been asking.
Let me ask you some question, guys. Before she answers the money, I need the fellas to be honest here. If she was looking for a brother that made at least $100,000 a year, now I know what I say. 75. When you talk about 75,000 more, only 13% of black men make this. When it gets to 100,000, 7% of black men make this here. But we gotta understand that sometimes it's pretty privileged and the type of woman who's requesting certain things. So I'm blind reacting to this here, but I want to ask y'all. If she said that she wanted a guy who made at least $100,000 a year, could y'all be mad at her? So far, she's not requesting she even said, I'm 5'7". You could be a couple inches shorter than me and I'll rock with you. You a good dude. That's a first. I don't know if we believe her or not, but so far, but she's not acting like a regular Western woman, right? She's talking like she is actually from Ethiopia. She's speaking like she is from her land, even though she's here in Brooklyn. So I just want to ask y'all in the chat here, and I want to see y'all responses. We know we get on women who request guys who want at least make $100,000 a year, but let's say that she wants that at 29. At her, I'm looking at her IG. She's a very beautiful woman with no kids and got a career. Can she ask for that, guys? I want to know what y'all think in the chat here, and then let's see how she answers. She might answer genuinely here about not wanting 100,000. I'm just curious to know what your reactions are before I hit play here, because even though I get on women when we talk about this dollar amount, there are certain women in our culture who can get that. The problem is when the average woman or below average woman is looking for that. We're talking, so can she be a part of the 10 to 15% of women who really does probably qualify for a $100,000 man? I just want to hear what y'all say. Let's hit play now, see what she's looking for.
Asking myself, what do I answer when eventually, she asks this question? I don't want to say 50K, 60K, 70K. I mean, I don't mind if you make $1 million. I don't mind. But this is the thing for me. There could be somebody who makes $1 million, and then there could be somebody who makes $100,000. But what I always say is that guy's money is not your money. Just because he's rich does not mean it's my money. And people have different habits. The guy who's making 100,000 may be a lot more generous with me and willing to I don't want to say take care of me, but is more responsible with his money than the guy who's making $1 million, who might be really stingy and greedy. And so I don't want to put,
she don't talk like a Western woman, guys.
I want you to be comfortable. I would like an educated person, and I'm a big believer in education. I think if you're educated, you will never fail. And even if you fail, you'll always get up and have an option to get back to do something useful to society.
Well, 100K into
I don't know what Kendra's going to say here next here, but you know what though? Here's what I'm thinking here, guys. I might be off by the time we get to the end of the video, but her vernacular, the way that she's explaining herself, what she's looking for, is not a Western woman. She's not even talking like a Brooklynite or a New York or a native New Yorker. Maybe she is, but she's not even talking like that. She acts like there's a difference when you hear someone talk and you're thinking this woman's lying. This girl's she capping, Dave. No, how many times we seen videos, Dave, she capping, and then we catch them like, yeah, you're double talking, right? But then when we've only heard a part of this video here, and we hear her vernacular, her speech, the way that she delivers things of that nature, and it's not the typical black woman. It's not the typical American Western woman vernacular, right? So up until right now, guys, I do believe her. Until I hear a westernized, statement that she makes. When I say westernized, you can hear how she's talking and in the way that she's moving here. When I hear Western vernacular, then we'll switch it up. But for right now, guys, we may got a winner. Let's let her cook some more, guys. I don't want to keep chiming in here. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing off here because, she's looking good and she's sounding good right now.
To $1 million is a That is an elite scale. So
yes, definitely. I mean, yes. So most
would
of
you
the
say
people
100K
who,
is the minimum?
you know, I would like to say that. Yeah, I would like to say that. I mean, I want you to be comfortable. So like 100K in New York, maybe like 60K in Texas. You know, it really depends.
That's why you live in Brooklyn, New York. Okay,
yes,
is
I
true.
live in New York. So
Hey guys, I gotta be real here. There are certain dynamics where that a woman can request a certain kind of guy, and at a certain junction in her life, she can get it. It's about her navigating the guys who have the money but aren't serious. The Pookie and Ray Rays who got money compared to the guys who are successful and educated who got money. That's 7% or that 13% that I talk about here, right? So normally we get on women's cases saying that you should require that. But you know what, though? Guys, we got to be honest that there's pretty privilege. And that's women who do bring something that's going to bring a certain caliber of guy, and she's going to be attracted to that. Now, if she was just an average Brooklynite with weaves and the baby hair and the long ass nails and talking like, yeah, but when we got somebody who was ethnic and Ethiopian, is not speaking of Western culture and the way that she speaks in her vernacular and things of that nature, she has looks. I'm looking at her Instagram. She got body. It's a different kind of angle than most women in the game here when we react to, guys, you know, so I'm not seeing Western type of woman. So when you see Western type of woman, then yeah, that it is expensive in New York. Because I work in Manhattan, guys. 100,000 is nothing these days. I feel sorry for y'all living in New York. That's the reason why I still live in the Chicagoland suburbs and why I have not relocated to New York, because my salary here in Chicago is damn good compared to what it is in New York here. It's a whole different living over there. So I'm gonna let it play some more, guys. But man, I was not expecting this one. I was not.
So, you know,
lights up in the building.
Very expensive here. So
now that is true. Different states, 100K in New York is like 60K in other places. Are you willing to relocate?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But not like to the countryside. Sorry.
Gotcha. What's the countryside to you?
Like, for example, I wouldn't want to go to somewhere like West Virginia or something.
That makes sense. She don't want to be out there in the country. I wouldn't either.
Kids? I prefer not. But maybe if he has like one kid, I may be willing to make an exception, depending on the situation. I think it's all context based. If he had the child within a marriage, I would be willing to accept one child because I don't have children. So
she has that right, guys. A woman, if she's telling the truth, good job, good career, under 30 years old, very attractive, very well spoken. I say the same thing for guys here. She has the right to say that I don't want a guy with kids right now. Like she even said that maybe one for the right guy. I'm not mad at that right now, guys. It's the women who have 3 kids by 2 different men and then say they want a guy with no kids. Or maybe like that last girl, we didn't get to that video, but let's say that she got 5 kids by 3 different men and then she requires a guy with only 1 kid. Like, you got all these kids and you can't put a minimum on that. You got to accept what you can get here. So a woman like this here, this is something that I do see this as something that's worthwhile here. So if she don't want a guy with kids, you can't get mad at that because she ain't got none either. Now, if she was 45 years old, you got to remember that. If she was like 40, 45, then you got to bring that down. Hey, the guys with kids is in your category. You're not even 30 yet. So I can't get mad at her, guys.
Do you want kids?
Yes.
Good. You want kids? Nice.
Let's do the kids or Kim.
Kendra, can we throw a big box?
One moment.
Let's see what she's working with, guys. Let's see what she's working with. Oh, she's skinny. She's petite.
Yes. I'm wearing a black top. And
she's very petite.
You want pants?
Yes, I'm wearing pants. They're like brown pants.
Oh, you're thin.
Okay, look, yeah, she says she's 5'7", guys. So if she says she's 5'7", and I'm seeing her thin and petite like this, she's under 130 pounds, max. So we're talking about, what did Kevin Samuels used to say? Fit, feminine, and friendly. Even if she gained weight for a child, guys, she's not going to be fat or overweight. When she gets that baby weight on her, she going to be that right kind of size for some of y'all here. Like for some of y'all saying, Dave, she's too skinny. But think about it. Give her a baby, guys, and give her extra after the baby weight's gone, but she keeps like a 10 or 15 pounds after post-baby. When she gets rid of it, guys, ain't nothing wrong with this here. This is my cup of tea, fellas. Hey, she ain't overweight. She's in shape too as well. This is her hair too, guys. No weave. No weave, guys. No baby hairs. All right? Hey, this is all me here, guys, when I don't see no weave.
All right. Well, like you're in shape. I couldn't see. Look like you have panties the way my light is bright.
Yeah, they're like they're like dark brown, very kind of nude, you know, for a dark skin tone. So maybe it's because of the lighting. But yes, they're like tights, kind of.
Okay.
Like sweater tights, I guess.
Hey, Tribe, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You look.
You don't get this on Kendra.
Thank you so much.
Not much of a booty, but that's okay though.
All right, so this is Saran.
Hey guys, I get it. She ain't got much of a butt, but I make sacrifices. Just because you don't got a big old butt, I sacrifice that the fact that you're goddamn healthy. You can tell that she's healthy, in shape, and takes care of herself. So I take a sacrifice of not having the tatas or not having the big old booty behind, knowing that you got everything else here, knowing that you ain't gonna be fat, obese. Hey, if she gains 50 pounds, guys, that's because she got some health issues. That's the only thing here. Even if she gives you 2 kids, she gonna be no more than $160, guys. Oh, let's continue.
Brooklyn, New York. Do you want them in Brooklyn? I can't remember.
Yes, Brooklyn. Yes,
okay.
Brooklyn, New York. Yes.
What's the age range you would date? You're 29.
Okay, let's see the age. Let's see what she.
You know what? I think I would like to date somebody older than me.
Yep. Okay.
You know, I don't mean no shade.
Yeah, Kendra is jealous.
But you know, most people and most men in their 30s, I feel like sometimes can be a little bit emotionally immature and just not too much substance. I wouldn't mind, you know, even in the 40s. So I want to say between 38 to I think I would even go as high as 50, to be honest.
38 to 50.
She gets it, guys. She gets it. I wish 29-year-olds would think like this here, right? Because let's just be honest. I want to be honest about this too. A guy who's the kind of guy that she's looking for in his 30s, when she say immature, yeah, because he's just now entering his earning potential. He is now becoming the man that he's supposed to be. He's now being able to enter the candy shop. Okay, guys, that the kind of guy that she's looking for in his 20s, he couldn't get her. In his late 20s, he couldn't get her. By the time he gets to his early 30s, he's in his career, he's going to explore himself more. There's some guys who'll be looking for a relationship, but some guys will be like, yo, let me live my life here because now I'm the man, right? This is my situation. This is my circumstance here to me to capitalize on women. So when she says about 38 or 40, that's right, because now you're getting to that man who's fully established into his manhood, is successful here. Even the fact she'll go with 50. Yo, guys, this is the perfect gap. She'll go about 10 years older. And especially if that guy wants kids, he's going to be financially secure himself. He's going to be someone that she can look up to because women are looking for a mentor. Women are looking for a man that is greater than them. They may say, what do you mean by that? You think a woman wants someone that's the same as them or less than? No, that's going to be her husband. That's going to be her partner. But the thing is, she wants the man that is better than her. He's going to be taller than her. We know she don't mind that. But if she wants a man 35, 40 years old, a senior, she's wants something that is, you know, he's into his own. Hey, man, we need more women talking like this here because what we have here, we got 40-year-old women with 5 kids talking about they want a 35-year-old man. And that 35-year-old man is just going to run right through her just for the sex, baby. So the fact that she's going like, I'm 29, 38, like the youngest, that is perfect. Matter of fact, if women would actually look at these dynamics saying that this age gap, they would fit in perfectly. What happens is you choose the wrong guy and the guys who make you feel good. So let's say she's 29 and then she finds a guy 28 or 29 that has everything to par, but he's just now getting into the game here. So he ain't going to take her seriously, or he might just, have a little bit of stuff on the side here. So if someone like this woman is serious here, she needs to find a man who is serious, a guy who's settled down, a guy who's ready to lock her in. Okay? Thank you, Sheila. Saying facts. Yeah, so true, Dave. As a married woman, I totally look up to my husband. Thank you, M. Jones. And when we say about looking up, M. Jones, it's not the fact that you're saying this is my master or this is my, he's my owner. No, but you got a man that if you look up to him, that is attractive to women. The man that you pick out and you choose and you have to look, women gonna find that as like, that's a desire. My man is something. My man does accomplish things in life. My man takes care of me. He's my protector. I look up to him because he is mine. He's my hero. That is an attractive feature that does not get talked about on Kendra's show here. All they keep talking about is money and then the looks. But at the end of the day, though, do you want somebody who is not only has all these things you're looking for, but you say to yourself when you look at not only that, it's like, man, every single time you get turned on, you're hot for this man. That is something that is not discussed, the little minute things that the biology of men and women, biology that you cannot change over years of time. It's like, well, we live in 2023, 24 now. No, women still love what women love. Men still love what men love. No matter we go to the cave days or till now, women find a desire to a man that is her superior. Doesn't mean that she's a slave. It's just like, oh my God, this is the man. Lord have mercy. What are you saying here? Let me get to EJ here. EJ coming in with the $2 holla, turn the chat blue, saying, Dave, this sister here is a winner. So far, brother. Hey, brother, EJ. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You got to keep the plates passing here. Well, it's the $2 holla or more. You guys can do the same thing as well. We're going to get back to this video, guys. We're going to let it cook some more. Thank you, EJ. Yeah, man. When's the last time you've been in my live stream, EJ? We found a woman who's like, yo, we got to keep her here. We might got to go ahead and flood her inbox. Let's continue.
Yes. 38 to 50. Okay. When was your last relationship?
Let's hear this here.
My last relationship was almost 4 years ago.
Oh, wow. You've been single since 25?
It lasted like 7-8 years.
Whoa.
It was my first relationship.
18 to 25?
My first relationship when I was 19.
19?
That's also when I lost my virginity. Maybe TMI. But it lasted until I was about 26 or so. And then we broke up and went our separate ways. And I wanted to take the time and just work on myself, get to learn myself, discover more things about myself. What do I like? What do I don't like? What am I willing to accept moving forward? What are my boundaries? What do I like? What do I not like? What has that relationship taught me? And I'm glad that it has happened because it's made me mature. And I don't hold any grudges or anything like that. I don't like regrets. I like to take every experience as a learning experience and move on from it. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, when was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
Yeah. When was the last time?
I think I would like to skip that question.
It's been recently.
What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
Let's hear the flaws. It's been recently.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of the sniffles because of the cold outside. But I have to work on.
Let's get to it.
It's not a patience issue.
This is a big part here, guys.
But
it's
if
huge.
I see some BS that I don't like or I don't accept, it's very easy for me to cut people off. I mean, in romantic relationships, not like within friendships. I think within friendships, I'm very patient, probably more than I should be. That's one. Maybe like, working to stay, work through things and stay. But sometimes, like, if a guy cheats or if he's disrespectful or if he raises his voice at me or his hands at me, it's just, And I don't think that's a bad deal. Some people could say that's a bad thing. I can get bored easily.
Hold on. Before we get to the board part, she got number 2. That first one is critical, guys. What did she say? If the guy cheats, he disrespects me, may raise his hand at me, I'm not going to go ahead and, in so many words, throw the guy away. I'm not going to break up. Now, the trick part, she gets bored easily. But check out, if she's not bored, that's a big thing, guys. Women do get bored easily. So if you're not communicating, not taking, do what you're going to do there, they're going to check out and find someone differently. That's just any woman these days, guys. You can't get in your feelings here. If women don't feel appreciated, they're going to find the next here. It's that hypergamy. That's the game here, right? But before we get to that here, she said, hey, cheating, said, I need to be slow to anger. That's what she said. Cheating, he may be disrespectful. No, maybe raise his hand. I'm not going to just, that's weird. Not weird, but she's saying, I'm not going to leave right away. I need to assess the situation here. So she's not going to leave if you cheat, guys. She understands male nature to a degree. Like if you're going to get men get angry, as long as he don't hit me, he raises his hand. Wait, we're gonna talk about this. If he cheated, we're gonna talk about this. Okay? Guys. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and pick her so you can cheat on her, but she sounds like she understands men. And she's trying to work on the things that makes her angry because, like, hey, I'm not going to leave like that. Now we're going to get to the second part here, guys. Hey, man, if a woman says, hey, a guy cheats, I'm not going to leave. We need to discuss it. She understands men. We got to hear more, guys. Let's continue.
I'm an intellectual person. I like to read. I love history. We got you. I would like the guy to know at least what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Don't be just like an airhead. And so sometimes when people are like that, I can get very bored and impatient, and that could be rude, I guess, sometimes. The third thing would be
okay. You got 3 for us.
Too independent sometimes.
Oh yeah.
In a way, like
you own that.
I have a hard time asking for help when I need it.
Okay.
But I came here when I was 17 to the US.
It makes sense now.
No parents here, no cousins, no aunties. So I had to be like that, if that makes sense. But
that does 2 things that's going on for her, guys. She came here at 17. So that means that she was born and raised in Ethiopia. That's why that she talks the way she talks. But she's got a quandary here. Since she's been here since 17, she's been independent because she's had no help here. But you can tell the way she talks and the way that she's explaining herself, it's like an inner battle inside for her. Because most Western women would not even acknowledge that independence and just keep the independence going. I'm an independent woman, take it how you is. But she's saying, I'm independent because I had no help here. And that's a whole different ball game when they are raised a certain type of way and they're forced to go against their nature, which she's been doing here, but she acknowledges it and recognizes it. Hey, man, she's basically, she's saying all the right things for me, guys. Yo, not every woman's going to be perfect, but if she can acknowledge things and knows got to be worked on, and then we know the background that showcase it doesn't be complete all cap, yo, we can work with certain people here. It's all about the grind. It's all about building, guys. No one's going to be perfect and pre-assembled when you meet them. It's all about growing relationships and figuring how they work with you and you work with them, finding commonality, looking at the bonds, looking at the same shared interests and building from there. Just not what that mouth does, even though that's a big thing, and how big the butt is. She is giving us something differently than most Kendra women call in for.
But I'm trying to get better at asking for help and not just be too self-reliant, if that makes sense.
No, Hopkins, she said that she would leave when she gets bored. The first part when she said here, she said that she would leave when she gets bored. But the first part said that she would think about it if a guy cheated or raised a hand. So it's 2 things there. If you're not boring, she ain't gonna leave when you cheat, guys. It's about being boring. That's the second part, Hopkins. So yes, she would leave if you're boring. If you're not up to speed, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing here. That's just a normal commonality thing. Girls don't want to deal with boring guys. Now, we're not telling you to be like the party, but when women recognize certain things, so you got to keep her interests up. But the first part said that she wouldn't leave if you were just being disrespectful for the first time. That's 2 different items here. But she said she would leave if there was no if the guy was boring, though.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Maybe that's not the right word. Too self-reliant. What I meant to say is more like be more vulnerable and ask for help.
Okay.
Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with
No,
you?
why are you making that face? Tell me.
Uh-oh, here comes
Explain
Kendra.
to me.
Kendra Hayden now. Let's get to the Kendra.
I don't want to say you talk a lot because I'm not sure if that is.
Here come the hate.
Maybe
talk a lot.
Probably share more than you have to.
That could be true. Which part do you think? Sometimes a person has told me before, you shouldn't tell people your vulnerabilities, it will be used against you, kind of thing. And I think sometimes I do that. Is that what you mean?
Well, I just think
Facts, Rod.
the only guest
Big
that
facts,
does
brother.
it. I think there is. I mean, there's times when I deep dive, so you have to answer. But sometimes people over answer questions, right? So, like sometimes certain questions, people.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is the woman giving woman advice and is already effed up in the beginning here. We got men here who has been enjoying her answers. We've been analyzing, breaking it down, and we're not finding the issues. It's ironic that the 44-year-old single black woman who maybe she got a man that she's dating, but she ain't married and ain't got no kids. And here is a more beautiful, younger woman, 15-year young, her junior, and explaining things that is not the typical Western woman, Americanized woman that Kendra is, guys. Let's hear this here. You're giving too much here. No, the fellas are saying here, you're giving us enough. Ain't that right here, guys? Even the women here who's like Sheila, she's been married before. She's not a modern woman to say. She's a traditional woman who's been married before. And then, of course, we got other women here who's talking the same in the chat here as well. I know we got a bigger male audience, but that is the point here. You see how women keep other women single? The men here are saying yes. We're liking what we hear here. Continue. It's refreshing to hear a woman who don't have the American mind state is talking the way she's talking, even though it's for a short video. And here comes Kendra saying, maybe you talking too much. That was Kendra saying, you talking too much. And you know what fellas are saying? Nah, you're speaking just enough. You guys hear the hate. Women, older women, guys. Older women keep younger women single. The only time that you're going to find an older woman helping younger women when that older woman is already married and kids and doesn't have an axe to grind about the younger generation behind her. You're going to find single women who do this here. Act like your friend and smile on your face. And at the end of the day, they want to keep you where they're at. They want to see you 44 years old and single, or you don't get the man that they're looking for. Because you got to remember, even though Kendra, they say she got a boyfriend now, but she's not married. So any potential man is competition for her. So Kendra's in competition with this woman here. That's a fact. If you're a single woman and you're trying to be married, you're in competition with every single man who that you like. So if you like African-American men or black men and tall brothers who got something going for himself, like in the black diaspora, you are competing with every single woman who wants the type of man that you want. And in actuality, if you don't have that man yet, you're not going to give the right advice, because how can you give someone the right advice when you know that you're competing for the same person? M. Jones, if this young woman don't need to be on Kendra's show, she needs a professional matchmaker or needs to be in the right circles. That's a fact, M. Jones. That is a fact. Yes. Let's get back to the video here. Let's hear some more of Kendra's hating, because fellas are saying here in this live stream, including myself, she ain't talking too much. She's talking the right amount. Let's continue, guys.
Over answer it. And,
listen to this more. Over answering.
But you're not the only guest that does that. So
because you're a woman, you don't like that.
But you asked me why I made the face. That was the reason behind it.
Okay.
But here's the moment.
Here's the thing, though. She made that face, and none of us here in the chat with that last response that she gave before she asked into that, nobody in the chat said, yo, that wasn't off. Or because y'all, especially EJ, Eric Jordan would be the first one to come out and cap on this woman, call her out, and then drop the twin to skip the video. EJ EJ be the first one here holding this woman accountable. And what did EJ say? Dave, we got to keep her. If EJ say we got to keep her, then Kendra don't even know what the hell she talking about here. Am I right, tribe? Eric Jordan's the first one. She could look good. And Eric Jordan's going to skip the video and going to tell you why it's a skip and how she's capping here. When Eric says no blue cap here, that should tell you something about how men think about women compared to women's assessments to other women. See, this is a perfect video, guys. This is a perfect video of not us clowning women, but showing how within the sisterhood, why Black women do not get what they want. Because people proclaim to be your friends, your associates, people want to help you, when in actuality, they got ulterior motives because they don't got what they got as well.
When you get to really shine, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm a very empathetic person. So I really care. When I do care, I'm a very loyal person. I'm intelligent. You know, you will never be bored with me, whether that's intellectually or especially if the person is, how'd you call people who get turned on by like intellect? There's a term for it.
Say the last part.
Like people who get turned on by intelligence. I'm forgetting.
There is okay. Because is it sapiosexual?
Sapiosexual, yes, definitely.
I've heard that terminology a couple of times on the show.
Yep. I'm fit. I'm healthy. I like to take care of myself.
Yes, you are.
I'm very much into self-care. That means, you know, physically, spiritually, and in every way. I come from a really good family. I'm educated. I have big plans for life. And, you know, I think it's just about partnership. That's what I would like. And a partner for life, a partner in crime.
A partner in crime. Listen, you look great on paper. Saran, we got Saran, Brooklyn, New York. Does the guy have to be in Brooklyn?
No, he doesn't have to be in Brooklyn. I just moved here a year ago from DC. So if they're also in the DMV area, that's also fine. If they're willing to travel, I don't know if I would want to travel for a first date to, whether that's flying out or whatever, but if they're willing to come and meet me, that would be fine too. If the distance is not a problem for them.
Got you. 29, she'll date 38 to 50. She's Ethiopian.
Good point,
kids,
Thomas.
works as a
We're gonna talk about
data
that.
scientist tech. You do want children though, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I would like to get married. I'm
and
dating
you want to get
for
married.
marriage.
There we go. That's what we want to hear.
You want something serious. And then he can have kids. I can't remember.
I want to say no, but I said I would make an exception for maybe one kid or something like that, or maybe two if they were made in a wedlock.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Do you have an ethnicity preference?
Can't be mad at that. Okay, let's hear this part.
I prefer a black man.
Black man. Okay.
But I would make an exception if he's white. Also, if I feel like
gotta be white Mike.
A great person.
White Mike.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Fellas,
but that's my first preference.
Shoot your shot, fellas.
Black man.
We here.
Is 100K non-negotiable, or would you date a man that made less?
You know, no. Let's just start there. Yeah. I wanted to say it would be okay if the guy was like younger, like if he was my age and he made 70K or 80K and he's an intelligent person. He's a person who has plans for his life and how he's gonna grow. That would be totally fine with me.
Damn,
like I said, just because the person is wealthy, it does not necessarily mean they're generous or, sometimes they're the most stingiest people.
Got you. Fair enough. All right, let's do it, boo. So we know how to reach out to you. This is Saran, Brooklyn, New York. And the IG is Darky.
Yes, EE-Y.
I hear you, Thomas.
EE-Y on Instagram. So we see you at the corner. All right, sweetheart. Will you keep me posted on how it goes, honey?
I will. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you for your time. Have a good night. Thank you.
Too. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Okay. That was a good video, guys. Whoops, hold on. Hold on, fella. Okay, there we go. Had to get off the screen locked up for a second. Let me get to Thomas' comment here. Most women acting all ratchet and being a banshee, Kendra be all in. But when they're pretty and got a good head on their shoulders, Kendra be the biggest hater. We saw that firsthand, guys. We saw that firsthand. I'm glad that Thomas wrote that out detailed. Like, we all be joking around about it, but I want to focus on this point before we move on here. You guys know I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years here, and I did a gang of Kendra reaction videos. We'll see women with 6 kids by 4 different men. And she's like, yeah, she don't want no man who don't make 100,000. You get it, girl. You will see a woman with 3 kids, but with 3 different men. And saying, no, they don't want nobody with kids. Now, she might get out from time to time like that, but she goes hard for the banshee women, the hoochie mamas, the women who are not to be taken seriously. Let's keep it a buck here, guys. We have people in our community, men and women, who do not need to be taken seriously. They ruin their life. They can live their life the way they want to, but if they want seriousness here, they want all the fruit that bears in life here. They threw that away because the way they move and the way they roll. You don't deserve a good man if you got 5 kids by 5 different men. You don't deserve a good woman, guys, being a pookie if you got 5 kids by 5 different women. Okay? You don't get it. You don't get what you get. You deserve what you put in. And even what you put in, you may not even get it because life doesn't care about deserving here. But Kendra will go out of her way to be all laughy and jokey for the worst common denominator woman. The women who got all these kids. And then you'll see like Theo said, shout out to Theo, they'll have the arm babies. You'll see babies in the shot, kids be running wild and all stuff like that. And she'd be bigging and championing them up here. And then what do we got here this afternoon, guys? We got a woman who's not American. She may be American now because she's been here since 17 and she's 29, so she's only been here for 12 years. You gotta remember that. She lived in Ethiopia longer than she's been here. Her whole talk, her whole vernacular is not of an American woman, not of a westernized woman, because the way that she speaks. Now, there's something out there about wanting a guy of 100,000, but we got to be honest with ourselves, guys. There are women here who can dictate the kind of man that they want because pretty privilege exists. The problem with pretty privilege is there is so much women, there's so many women who are pretty. So there's the pretty privileged women who go and get their access to men. Then there's the pretty privileged who are looking for a certain type of access. And then they're going to have to dig through the weeds to get that man. But when we understand men and how we are, I'll be honest. I'm going to keep it a buck. A woman who has 3 kids by 3 men have no right looking for a guy making $75,000 a year. You find that man, you hit the lotto. But a 29-year-old woman like this who is moving in the mentality that she has here, she going to get a $100,000 man. The key is, will she find the guy to weed through who's going to be serious for her? There's going to be a lot of guys serious because they see what she offers, like what we're seeing here, and there's going to be a whole bunch of pookies in there. That's just the game for women, guys. That's the game for good-looking women. They're going to get the D thrown at them by pookies and ray-rays, as well as the good guys like Daves and Mikes and things of that nature. It's up to her to be able to weed through that, right? And that's the problem with women, that they don't have their daddies to go ahead and figure out who's a good guy and who's a bad guy. Hence the why they keep choosing bad men. But for someone who's not born and raised in the States here, she's looking for something particular. She even said, Kendra didn't like that, but we guys like to hear when she said that I had a relationship for 6 years, from 19 to 25. He was the guy that took my virginity. You saw Kendra's face like, don't say that. We want to hear that, because if we believe her and her story, we know that she's only been with one man for 6 years. Now, you can say, dang, she could cheat. We don't know that. She moves differently than Western women. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt from this video here by her presentation. So the benefit of the doubt that I'm going to take from her is she's not a virgin. You're not going to find virgins these days. But from 29 to 26, she only had one guy. She wasn't stacking bodies. She wasn't going out here living that life here and it's going on here and it's ripping and running and ripping. One man for 7 years. And now, of course, she didn't even say last time she had sex here. I joked around and said it probably was recently because people got needs. But if I know for a fact, for a hot minute, that you was with one person compared to another chick who's probably been ran through 15 women, give me the chick who only been with one guy, because she has been programmed to say, I am working with this guy, and this is who I want to deal with compared to the women who are Western, who are modern, and want to go ahead and deal with this guy here one weekend and this guy another weekend, and you're just accumulating bodies because you are sexually liberated. Give me the woman who's only been with one guy. No one's going to be a virgin these days, guys. Nobody's going to be out here being perfect and waiting for marriage unless you go over to where she's actually from, and then you're going to go straight to the source and you're going to find very, very traditional values. But you got to remember, though, when you go there, you also have to live by those traditional customs and values and laws. She don't exist, sir. It's like a second childhood. No, you're not going to find no virgins. They don't exist unless you go to the Middle East. You go to countries where traditional values exist. Okay, we don't got here in America. You know why? Because people in America want to do what their own thing and march to their own drum and do what they got to do here. That's what we got going on here. So I'm glad that Thomas said that here, because we said Pinball said here, nice to see a positive video for Kendra from one. Yeah, positive video, but she wasn't positive. That's the only problem, Pinball. We're finding the positivity in the video. We're not finding the positivity from Kendra's commentary. She couldn't even talk much in that video. She's like, she talked too much. Well, what she talked to is what men here enjoyed. And what Kendra showcased, how women, especially Black women, single Black women in their 40s and not married, never been married, and then when they see technically their competition, they're not going to be laughing and giggling. See, Kendra laughs and giggles and big up the women who she knows that doesn't have a chance to compete with her. That's the difference, guys, right? When she goes ahead and says, you can do it. She don't want nothing but 100,000, or she don't, if you don't got 200,000, just keep it moving. Not how she be doing that, right? But when it's a woman who offers something to men, and there are women like this, guys. There are good women like this that does offer something to men. Just because we got a whole bunch of banshees in the community, they don't overrun the good women who we got looking for us, that we want to look for here. And this is what I want you Black women, women of color, gonna say to yourselves here. Remember, the women code don't love you. Just because you are a woman don't mean that all women rock with you. You will be surprised if you're really a traditional woman who's looking for traditional values and looking for the right man, you will find men more in your corner and supporting you in your endeavors than you will find a woman. Because that woman's in competition with you. Men be saying, can I pull you? Or I got some fellas who is looking for good women and we can't find a good woman and I already got one here, so I can put my man on. That's how guys look at it. If I already got a good woman here, I can't get two. Well, technically I could, but that's not how we move in here. Would a guy be like, yo, this is a good woman here, I'm gonna put my mans on. I want my mans to come up. I'm not trying to have my man no banshee ass women. You know, so this was a good video to showcase a woman who's not part of Western culture, who lived the majority of her life over in a traditional country, who comes to a westernized culture here and speaks about the things that she's looking for. This was a good video to see that how a person who could be living here for a long period of time at least, but still looks for the things that men look for in women. And at the same tone, we will see a woman who is Westernized, who is American, part of the Black culture, but does not have a family, and we will see their reactions on the things that they think that they're looking for, that they feel is a good mate. The hate is strong in the community, and women will keep other women single. Anthony, what are you saying here, brother? Make sure you save this clip of this young lady. I might break this into some shorts, guys. This is going to be short action here. Like, if you guys ain't noticed, I've been dropping shorts after shorts after shorts lately. You know, I'm trying to build my content up. I'm getting back into the regular live stream schedule. I know y'all missed me. So you're not only going to see these lives, you're going to see that chopped up in the shorts, Anthony. That's got to be talked about. You know, I might even make a short video. I might just do a separate video on its own about this one here, because this is what people, especially guys, need to see here. But also women, that your girlfriends ain't your best friends. Any ladies who's watching me right now, the Ninja Watchers, as well as the Replay Gang, I want you to tell me in the comment section that you've had women who you thought was your best friends, ladies, and they gave you the wrong advice. I guarantee you that some of y'all ladies who watch me right now has gotten bad advice from your girlfriends that's actually probably even ruined your relationships. Even to the point that I talk to women and said they end up breaking up with their boyfriends for a short period of time, listen to their girlfriends, and when they cut their girlfriends off and got back with their guys, they had successful relationships. Why? Because your girlfriends don't want to see you happy. Misery loves company. And if you got girlfriends that can't find a man and they dog men out and you know that you have options, you got to get rid of them because they're going to talk ill on you and don't want to see what you got, ladies. I'm telling y'all, grits and bacon in the house was going on. Hopkins is laughing his ass off over there. I'm glad I'm entertaining you, Hopkins. Look at Hop, he's cracking up right now. I'm glad I'm entertaining you, brother. I'm hoping I'm giving you something on this Saturday, man. Let's see here. Sheila says, facts, Dave. I don't trust women, especially ones who've never been married. That's the biggest thing. Thank you, Sheila. That's the biggest point. Like I said there, not just women, the women who've never been married. Especially at our age, Sheila, we're the same age here. Once we get into 40s, the early 40s and moving on, the late 30s, I'll say, once you get to the late 30s, but really when you're in the 40s and you got women who've never been married, they will never give you good advice. And you know what, though? They'll give you this horrible advice with a smile on their face and hugging and calling you girlfriend and sister and saying they got your back. Look at M. Jones saying here, definitely got bad advice from a girlfriend. I don't have close girlfriend now. Associated, but not close girlfriends. Yep. Because your girlfriends are the biggest haters. And here's the one thing here that I will say before I move on here. And ladies, you know you can attest to this here. Now, I know that we got bad guys in the community. That's the fact. We live in a culture, there's going to be bad people. That's a given. But the majority of us fellas here, our guys are not going to go behind our back to bang our chicks. We're going to have some thirsty dudes who will do that, but the guys who I rock with know that we cut those guys out of our life before it even gets to that point. I've had some thirsty dudes in my life, some friends who I thought my friends not cut them loose because they weren't going to be on my level. On my level, I'm talking about the mentality, that the way I think here, right? But guys will not go behind their back majority of the time and know if the guys have a good circle, they will say, you know what? I got to find me a woman like Dave's woman here. A woman will be like, I'm gonna steal Dave from my girl because they will feel I can do better for him and I can treat him better than she's my girlfriend, but she don't know how to treat Dave. That's how girls move. Guys be like, yo, man, yo, Dave, man, where you find your girl at? Yo, does she got friends like her? Because if she's moving like that, she got to have friends like that too. And I'd be like, hey, no problem, Steve. Let me holler at her, see who her friends are, stuff like that, right? Women will give each other advice and then go behind your back and then wear some revealing clothes the next time. And next thing you know, trying to seduce the guy little by little to break down that armored defense so that she can go ahead and slide in and take that girl's man from you. We know that there's more women trying to steal men than there's guys trying to steal women from their friends. Come on now. Look at Sheila saying facts. So Rosa saying facts, Dave. Thank you, man. Sheila says, they tried. I said, no, thanks. Many women are phony, manipulative, conveying. They don't respect the code like men do. Exactly, M. Jones. You see, here's what happens to M. Jones, and you probably agree with this by being a woman. All thing a woman has to do is wear something nice. Ain't got to be like going dressed all out. As long as she's presentable and she smiles, people will believe women. But behind that smile is something conniving, that's deep and that's snake-like. All a woman has to do is be presentable with a smile. And you know what we got there? Believe all women. You know that, guys. You guys know that. All a woman has to do is be presentable and they will believe every word that she has. And even when she's found guilty, know if they will say, why are you being so harsh to her? Women have that benefit of the doubt. I don't have any myself, M. Jones, so welcome to the No Girlfriends Club. I got a dozen women at work that hate me. My wife's sister tried that, but I didn't give her that time of day. I hear you, EJ. I hear you. I'm glad I blind reacted to that video, guys. That was so much hate by Kendra. Low-key hate. She may not say it, but I know what I would love to do, not right away. I should take a video of a band, like 2 or 3 videos of how Kendra bigs up the women with 5 kids by 3 different men, 4 kids by 3 different men. You're 4 kids by 4 different men, and you're 44 years old, and you want a guy with no kids. That's actually a true video I did. Woman was 44 years old, had 4 kids by 4 different men, and said she only wanted to date a guy with no kids. And Kendra clapping. But here's a 29-year-old woman who says, I am looking to be married. And this is what and then all the things that she said here. And Kendra going to say, you talk too much. You talk too much. When every guy is saying, we want to hear more. Hey, guys, everybody in the chat was like, yo, we got a winner. We're all like, we want to hear more. We want to hear more. And what did Kendra say? You talk too much. And why did she say she talked too much? Because the things that she was saying goes against the things that Kendra and women like her don't want men to hear. Women like Kendra hear girls like that caller is saying, you're messing it up for the rest of us here. And I'm not just saying this to be saying this, guys. Y'all saw the video. We saw Kendra's body language. Even without speaking, body language is so much communication. The body language said it all. And then when she said a few things, that was the cherry on top. Man, oh man, guys. Woof. That was a good one. I really enjoyed that one, because what we got here is a lot of people be in my comment section thinking that I like to destroy women. Like I like to rip on women, thinking that, oh, because that, you're a guy, Dave, and then you think that you're always right. You think you got something to say. And then this is a dynamic here that we all have a conversation, say, this is the problem that women have. And too many women do not want to address the fact that your friends are not your friends. How many times I got said to so many of my girls I used to date back in the day, and I say, your friend ain't your friend. What are you talking about, Dave? Your friend ain't your friend, girl. What are you talking about? Man, I had an ex-girlfriend a while back. True story, real fast. Yo, man, me and her went back to our 20s. She was a smart woman. I talked about her in my past. It's not the same ex, but she was smart. She went to Loyola. She got her master's degree. I think she's a principal now. She was very, very smart woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we didn't make it because of certain things that I wanted that, she couldn't provide. There's certain things, that it just doesn't work for certain people, even though I know that she was a good woman. But while we were dating, she had a roommate. And her roommates say all the right things. She even had a boyfriend. But the thing is, the boyfriend, he was a cool guy, but he was a lame. When I say he's a lame, when I say blue pill, he's a guy you could walk all over. Good guy, but you can walk all over him. Now, here it is that she's got a boyfriend, and they've been dating for throughout college. This is in college, guys. And here I am, the new guy, right? Coming in dating the best friend now. Why is it that you would say, give all this advice, you'd be cool, say all the right things, and then when I'm over there and your boyfriend's not there, of course, that's the spot there, you're wearing skimpy clothes and the booty shorts. I can see the crack in the crevices and the little cuppage of the booty. How are you going to give your girl all this advice? And then next year, I'm telling you, yo, this is your best friend. And I'm telling you, I had to tell her, I was like, girl, if I wasn't with you, I was looking. If I wasn't with you, I'd be looking. Oh, no, that's not that way. Then why she got them little ass, why she's saying all these things here, but she's wearing the booty shorts? She know what she doing. I don't care what she gonna say here. You got a man, you don't be disrespecting your man by being around your girl's man wearing booty shorts. You can see the cuppage. Man, oh man. So, like I tell y'all ladies, y'all friends ain't y'all friends. And when y'all recognize that, you make better decisions with your men in life. Sir Roosevelt says, all in the weave. It's all in the weave. Don't say it's all make-believe. It's all in the weave. Oh my God. Hey, man, that was something else here. Let me see here. Let's do this here. So we're at the 3-hour mark, guys. Let me see here. What we got here? Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me 1 second, guys. 1 second here. Okay. Okay, cool. Got some good news here. All right. And also one last thing too, guys. Go to that girl's IG. It's not disrespectful and it's not raunchy. I see a beautiful petite woman who's dressed right, and it doesn't look hoochie-fi hoochie. I see an attractive woman who got an IG account. Maybe I'm off here. I don't see no booty shots. I don't see hoochie-fi hoochie. Yeah. Beautiful woman. I don't see the hoochie-fi hoochie in her IG. Okay, guys. Thanks for hearing me on that one here. Let's see, what time is it? Damn, it's 2:00 already? Wow. Let me do this here. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's do this here. Yeah, all right. Here's what I gotta do, guys. I just got a text. I'm gonna get out of here. We've been here for 3 hours. I'll be back tomorrow morning or afternoon for some of y'all. 11 a.m. Eastern. No, 11 a.m. Central, 12 noon. Yeah, it's Saturday, guys. I'm gonna rotate. I gotta do some things here. I got 3 hours in. What's her IG? I'll tell you right now, MOP. Let me pull it up here for you. That's the IG there. Dark E with 2 E's and 2 Y's. There you go, guys. Okay, guys. Yeah, it's been 3 hours. I got to run some errands, but I'm going to be back tomorrow, though, because I don't want to go ahead and try to cram what I'm trying to cram into here. So I'll be back on Sunday. You know, we had a good little live stream here. You know, more audience submission tomorrow, guys. I got all the videos up here. More audience submission tomorrow. It's been one piece SJ. Yeah. We're going to do more audience submission, guys. Let me go ahead and do this here before I go. All right. Comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification below. We getting back to these live streams again, guys. You know, been out of pocket, hit and miss here. We're going to get them back consistently. Check out the shorts that I've been dropping here every day. Guys, I've been dropping about 2 or 3 shorts a day. Been dropping about 2 or 3 shorts a day. We're going to bring some more short form videos and the lives coming back on scale here. So let me get out of here. So Pinball is like, got my gut full of cereal. You're going to be pissing like a Russian racehorse in the Kentucky Derby with a glue truck following you, brother. Did y'all get that? One more again. Pinball has drank so much milk, eating all that cereal, that he's going to have to piss like a Russian racehorse in the Kentucky Derby with a glue truck following him. He got to go pause. Hey, man. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody as always. I'm that dude named Dave, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I'm out of here, YouTube. Y'all be good this Saturday. Peace out.